right, thank you everybody for tuning in to ASVCollectibles once again this Saturday evening. I don't know how late it is for you, but for me it's 7 o'clock, so it's not too bad. We got our panel here today. We got our boy Marcos Mora in the house. Looked like he just woke up, but he's got his breakfast with him and he's ready to roll. We got the legend Lane in the house. Thank you, Lane, for joining with us. And A+ Collectibles himself, Mr. Aiden. Aiden, thanks for joining. And Battlecat jumped into the chat. Thank you, Battlecat, for jumping in. And those that are watching, I really appreciate it. I'm super excited for this prototype, man. I finally got this prototype in. Been super excited to check this piece out. I know Marco's got that on PO. Michael Reyes, what's up, man? Thank you for joining in. My boy from Tracy. Yeah, let's just have a good time. A lot of stuff happening. You know, we got Comic-Con that's in San Diego. Unfortunately, I'm too broke to go and don't have the time. I wish I could. And so there's a lot of stuff showing. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Got some new custom stuff to talk about as well. And I watched the Superman movie this weekend. So, yeah, so that's one we can talk. Yeah, I wasn't able to talk about it last week because I didn't watch it, but this time I actually watched it. And yeah, it was fairly good. I did like it. Like to me, I did like it.
I didn't watch it illegally, guys. So he didn't get the full.
Don't even ask about Fantastic Four. Don't even ask about Fantastic Four. But no, hopefully I can catch Fantastic Four next week. From what I heard, it's fantastic. It's way better than the
come on, you got to use it.
I heard it was better than Superman. I'm just saying. That's what I heard. I haven't watched it, and I am more of a Marvel fan than I am a DC, but I love both. So don't get me wrong. So yeah, super excited for that. And also I want to thank all Did I freeze or did you guys?
I thought it was just me, so
I froze. Yeah. Should I switch over? Was the audio good?
The audio is good now. You just
okay. So everybody heard it. Let me know if I'm freezing, if I'm breaking up. I'll switch over to the internet.
Dude, Lane looks like he's frozen. Look at him.
Yeah,
Lane is frozen.
I thought Lane was frozen, but I see his eyes.
He's got in a bad spot too. Lane, they kept Lane up.
Is he really sitting there?
No, he blinked.
There we go. Lane's back. Lane's back.
He blinked.
Poker face.
Juan Ortega, what's up, man? Thanks for jumping on with us. My boy Juan's in Salinas, also California, close by. So yeah, shout out to him. Next week we'll have another unboxing. I got Bishop in the house. It's a fan art Bishop. Been wanting that for a very long time, and now I got it. So super excited to show that Bishop to you guys next Saturday. But today we're gonna do this Brainiac prototype. So let's enjoy it, guys. If you guys want to chat about SSD, go ahead, man.
Yeah. Lane, you wanted me to bring up something?
Well, I guess first we should probably discuss maybe if you want to. I don't know if you have any video pictures for. I would probably say PCS. I think one of the biggest things they showed off was the some of the busts and stuff because they showed off Vader with the light up functionality. They had that Deadpool, which I'm kind of mixed on. That Deadpool feels like, even though I know for all the weird variants and stuff you could stick on there, Deadpool to me for that kind of diorama thing. I don't know if he kind of. I don't think of like major story or something with Deadpool specifically. Like I think of the character more for something like that. Like Carnage, I can picture because they used Maximum Carnage as kind of basis with that story. And I remember playing the Brainiac game. For Star Wars Vader, obviously you've got the original trilogy and moments and stuff. I mean, Planet Hulk at least is based off that more like Sakaar, and there's a specific story and moments they can show. Deadpool, I mean, they got Lady Pool, they've got some of the other variants on it, but I don't think of any specific story, like major storyline or something for Deadpool that, like, for doing something like that. Doesn't mean it's bad or anything, but here we've got the base.
No, I get that point.
Yeah, it looks dope.
That is perfect, like
really
style thing for.
So that glows right from it's like that glow in the dark paint that they had on there.
Yeah,
like the fluorescent.
Yeah, it's a fluorescent glow in the dark paint. I do have a purple light right there. I Jimmy rigged some something to get a purple light, and hopefully it gives it a bit of a glow.
It's like a black light, you're saying? A black light?
Yeah, I got a black light.
Yeah, that's cool.
I could try to shut off all the lights so you can kind of see the glow, but when I'm told it's supposed to be under the light for a long time, and I'm just pulling out of this box, so it might not glow.
Mhm.
What do you think
That's
about
the
this
only thing.
metallic on it?
What's up, Aiden?
What do you guys think about the metallic? Because I can't really see, like, if it's applied.
Yeah, I can't really see right now either. Maybe just the light, but
The metallic. You want me to give it a little bit more brightness? Let's see.
Well, I'm wondering what your feedback is. Like, sometimes when they do metallic paint, it has like a lot of smudging. Like, is it a clean paint? Like, what do you think about this? Is there area of opportunity or what?
Yeah, once I get everything down and displayed, we'll talk about the paint a little bit.
All right.
and is it black or silver? Like around like the purple, like the pink areas? Like is it?
It looks like it's a darker black, silverish.
dark.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's mainly all silverish.
Okay. See, I'm an anime collector, like in statues, so like I love light up. So I always felt the base would have looked great with the light up.
Yeah.
But I know everybody doesn't like it. I mean, the commissioner I know doesn't like it. I love you, commissioner, but I know it's not his thing. But I felt like if there's one piece he's done so far, this one would have been it. On the base.
Well, I mean, I think also you gotta think of the cost that it would do.
I get it.
The lighting would be, and if the commissioner wants to keep the price point very low, then some things you just can't add.
Yeah.
But I agree. I would have loved to seen at least light on the base. I know that in the body might have been a little bit challenging because it's just sporadics. But the base also.
The body I wouldn't care too much about, but like if they did it, cool. But I think the base really should have been the part that kind of lit up. Yeah.
The only thing that would be hard about the base is just all the lineage, all the little pink lines everywhere. That would be very tough engineer-wise, because then you end up making the base kind of fragile and more hollow, because you really have to make these sections very thin. So it might not be feasible to do something like that, just based off what that is. I don't think I've ever seen anything that had so many lights that was like really thin like that, that would be tough. But this is what it is. It looks great. I love the base. I think it looks great. There are always improvements in terms of paint, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So let me get this body out of here.
Real quick though, before we start talking about STCC, Battlecat, thanks for joining, man. Always great. Michael, Juan Ortega, and then Kal-El, the 13. He said he loves the base. Will can't wait to get this piece. Hey man, I'm getting the piece too. So
right on. Thanks, Kal-El.
Right on time when the real Superman movie came out, right? And the real one.
Hey, Marcos, do you think that this is the best piece in their lineup so far?
Oh, let me think.
I
want to see the line. Yeah, the Mongols. I think the paint job on that one's a little bit better on the Mongol. I think concept-wise and what you get with this is way better though so far.
Right.
I want to see their live wire so bad though, man. That would be a cool statue they do.
He's finishing that up. Like that's.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I saw he had a tease on his page recently, so I can't wait to see that. I'm gonna get that for sure.
You know what? This group is getting better and better. Did you notice that?
Every
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every piece they're getting, and he with that new sculptor that he has, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's every piece is getting better and better. I have to give him credit.
Dude,
for
the sculpt on this looks great though so far. Oh my gosh, like the wrinkles in the outfit and everything.
Yeah. What do you think, Lane?
I like the sculpting on the legs there. When the little lighting, the paint for light up effect that kind of going for there, I actually really appreciate how they have that. And I kind of like that they seem like they have the outfit here for Brainiac to match the base. Like his ship, like for kind of a robotic / alien, built like on logic and stuff, for its moves and motivations. That seems like something it would do. Like my outfit will match the ship. Everything must be uniform.
Right. I mean, he's a good too.
Will, I don't know if I'm blind. Did he have? It looked like he had some cake on him, huh?
He did have a little bit more cake than
Marcos.
I mean, he kind of.
It matters, Aiden. It does. If it's concaved in, it looks weird. You got to have some cake.
Dude,
if there's no cake on it, he looks like he's squeezing, like he's squeezing.
Hey, all he needs is a thong.
What does he need? My bad. I heard you. The thong.
The thong. That's all he needs is the thong.
That's all I say is, as usual, bringing this to thing, Marcos is the cake maker.
Oh yeah,
like that's the thing. The first thing he stares at, Deadpool cake. The next thing he stares at is the cake. So Marcus can leave you wondering sometimes.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Cal L also said, "Well, Parasite is his favorite one in hand so far." I have Parasite. I like it a lot. There are some things that could, like the glass, like material they use looks really fake, but overall the statue's really good. Like the Parasite part, the sculpt and everything, paint job. Yeah,
I like the variation of texture material. So you have like more like a leathery, and then you have a little bit more like an armor type thing.
Mm-hmm. So it looked good too. Like the smooth part looked really good too.
Yeah.
And there's so many swap outs with this, man. Like for 1/4, which I love. It does look like the body looks like lit up from right here.
It does.
So that's cool.
It does.
It does look lit up.
Yeah. That was the first thing I noticed. And what I can't wait to see is that little jar with the city. I want to see what that looks like.
Oh, me too, man. I want to see that.
All right, let's take a look at the skin on the paint, or the paint on the skin. Sorry.
Skin on paint.
Skin on paint. Let me lower that. That is a little bit much.
Green's a tough one to do always, I feel like.
I think it's good, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
From here, I think they should add maybe a little more purple and pink in the veins, but other than that, the wrinkles are good. Texture on the arms good.
Yeah.
There's the knuckles.
Looks good.
The other thing too, like his nails, I think it should have been a little bit darker to contrast with the skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Goes here. So this swap out here is pretty much he's going to be holding the little world from the city.
Yeah.
So this version is him holding the city, and the next swap out would be him crossing his arms, and then there's two portraits.
What's the city name? Is it Kaltor or something like that? Candor. The fuck's it
Candor.
called?
Is that Harry? That's not Harry Potter, is it? Candor?
I don't know, man. I know it's something with like C or K.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the city too. That's why I just said.
Someone in the chat, Cal, you probably know.
I'm not much of a villain fan from Superman villains like that.
I don't think you're a Superman fan at all, honestly. At this point, Aiden. Like every post you have, like, is this New 52 Superman?
Dude,
you like?
Love
New
52.
Yeah, New 52 is bomb. I don't know what you're talking about, Marcos.
Horrible, dude.
Awesome.
Basically, Superboy.
Look at that. That looks cool.
Usually, Brainiac's depicted as non-emotional too, so it's cool that you get a little kind of smirking portrait with it. Bottle City of Candor. I was fucking right. I knew it was something with the C or K. There we go. And Will, why do you always have this like cursive on, dude? Like, I'm not smart. I can barely read it.
You know? I don't know how to change it. I just put it on one day and I'm like, that's it.
That's the problem. He's reading NBA stats in cursive.
All I see is 28, 10, and 10 from Ron. That's all I see. And there is multiple portraits. Am I correct, Will?
Yeah, it's two portraits. Yeah, it's two portraits.
Lane, what do you think so far of the paint?
I like how it looks. That kind of where he's using that light there to kind of show like kind of the energy being on through both Brainiac and also the base and everything itself is looking really good. I do like it gave him a nice kind of classic Kaluan look to the particular Brainiac, because obviously Brainiac's had a bunch of looks over the years. City of Candor there is looking nice.
So there's this upper piece for the City of Candor. That's to hide the lighting effect. So I'm gonna hit this.
I can't wait.
So there's a lighting effect. So give me 1 second.
This is the one light up effect he's ever done, the commissioner.
Dope.
So
yeah,
dope right here. Watch.
Let's see.
Dope.
Yeah, dude, that's cool.
Cool.
Nice.
Can you dim that at all, or is it just one?
I doubt there's any features.
No, it's just one light. It's just a light.
It looks good. Looks really good.
Yeah.
It almost.
And then the city's kind of a little awkward. Let me turn that light back on. Sorry. Because you kind of have to figure out the placement. There's a small peg underneath right here, and he's got a peg on his arm right here. So it gets a little tricky when you're trying to peg it in without dropping the arm and dropping the city at the same time.
You want to put the arm like off and then do it with the arm off, or
No, you can do it like that, just like that.
all right, perfect. Oh, that was good though.
Yeah. So that's one of the versions right there.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Let me bring my light up a little bit.
You know, you could put that on a Christmas tree too.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know if you can hang it, but yeah. So the city lights up. The other option for the city would be with the other portrait and the other swap outs. The city does have a magnet on the bottom and a magnet on top of this base, and you just set it in there and it's magnetized, so it shouldn't go anywhere. But that's pretty much what that looks like. Not sure if you guys want me to just bring the camera closer. We can pan into it, look at it, and I'll bring it back.
Let's do it, man.
If that works for you guys. And then what I could do too is maybe the next set, I'll do the purple light. Let's see how that works.
It does look lit up. At least the body does for sure.
Yeah.
Like from far away, like, it actually does. That's good. That's awesome.
There we go.
You know, really, you don't need a light up feature with the way that paint is, man. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this looks good without light up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can accomplish that on the paint level, you're good.
You also said Man of Steel was good too. So I'm playing it. I'm playing.
No, I will give you credit. There's a lot of parts I didn't like. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, this looks great though, right here, man. And he's got cake, like I said. So he's a cake master. So there we go.
He's baking. He's baking them cakes.
Baking the cakes. Oh damn! Well, you have a whole section out. I just saw that too behind you.
Yeah. Yeah, I put most of it. I put my Avenger line down at the bottom with Hulk. He's down there, and I wanted to make sure I got them all together. And then I got one more spot for Iron Man, and that will complete my Avenger line. And I don't got to worry about the Avengers anymore.
There's our VHN.
Yeah, and a friend of the channel, VHN. He said, "Now that's some good stuff right there."
That dude is butt off.
What's up, VHN? Thanks for tuning in.
That's a very nice Brainiac. I'm actually,
It is.
the head sculpt and stuff came out better than I thought it was going to.
Mm-hmm.
So it does magnetize a little bit. It's not super heavy on the magnet.
You don't really need a crazy magnet on that though, because it's just gonna lay flat usually.
Yeah, and then you just pick the way you wanna present it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one version. If you guys like the idea of having the city in the arm, I think it's cool, but I think I like the other one better. So I'll bring the other one out, and then we'll kind of go through everything again, and then we'll do another video, and then we'll do the purple light. So
and then Wano Tiger said looks good. Will looks good.
Yeah. Put these off to the side.
You know, I think they should consider doing a 1/3 variant with interest, because a lot of people that have like the Prime 1 stuff might get this.
Want this, yeah.
Just put it out there. It's already done, you know.
This would be dope with Superman Hush and my Batman.
Yeah.
Just have Brainiac there. That would be dope.
Yeah, 1/3. There's some definitely concepts 1/3 wise. I remember you said the same thing about Parasite. They had a 1/3 Parasite. You're thinking like, God damn, man, that would be cool in 1/3.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot this other option. So let me put these arms. There's actually 3 arm swap outs, 3 arm options. There's holding the city like that, and then you have. I'm actually the detail of these. Man, this one actually looks. These arms look actually better in terms of the veins and stuff. And the wrinkles. See, there's a little more purple in this one than there was in the other one.
Mm-hmm. He was kind of yokey, man. He looked like Barry Bonds over there. No 5. Damn.
So, both the arms are similar. Let's go ahead and put that so you can kind of stand them like this. We're
So-
stoic.
So do you guys prefer, I don't know much about Brainiac. Would you prefer him this big or a little bit thinner? Like a little bit?
That's a tough one. I think this looks good, but if I had to choose, a little thinner probably. But I think this looks still good right now.
Kind of like Magneto, right? Magneto, how they
Yeah.
I
I only Magneto looking like a roided out.
But I mean, in hindsight, in person, he doesn't look like, let's say, my Colossus back there, right? He doesn't look as massive as you think. Now, there are a lot of different versions of Brainiac that, he's a lot skinnier and he's a little more frail and stuff like that. But this is based off the new 52. So if you look at the new 52, it seems like it's the right proportion.
Oh.
In my opinion.
52. I'm canceling my order. I'm canceling my order right now.
I was just gonna say.
I just need Brainiac. I'm good.
Come on, Marcos. You know there's no refunds on this.
I know. And I wouldn't want one either, honestly.
I love it though, man. Kudos to the commission and you collectors too for giving them feedback and stuff. This is a great looking piece, man.
I was about to go there. Marcus like, I'm out. I'm like,
I'll take it.
Man, you're so entitled. You get to be. You're gonna spend the like $1,000 on liking.
Basically the same thing as the other one, right? Or is it a little different in area?
This one's a little different because this is the one you put you cross the arms.
Okay.
It's the last arm swap out. So these are a little bit wider. They're a little bit longer, and they sit at an angle. Internet detail.
Wider and longer. Words I've never
Wider
heard.
and longer, not thicker.
I've never heard before. So,
Man, it seems this is cool. You know, I didn't realize, but Happy Gilmore 2 came out this weekend.
I was watching that
Netflix.
I've heard it's awful.
It's old people humor. You know what I mean?
Considering like Adam Sandler's almost 60 years old.
I know. It's not.
Yeah, but I heard it was the best sequel so far of movies that were older and
it kind of stuff, man. Always, because they rehash jokes, everything.
Well, I love the first Happy Gilmore. That was like my most favorite Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, that was funny.
That's the one that really got me into it.
Yeah.
And everything.
I'll say this: so far, I'm more like an hour into the movie. I stopped before the show. It's cameo city, though. I'll give you that. It's a lot of sports.
I heard, like, I was like, well, what are they supposed to do? They seem to kind of really end the story in the original movie. But
Tubbs comes back.
Someone tells me that, like, in the first 3 minutes or 5 minutes of the movie, something major happens, which explains why he's. I remember seeing the trailer, why he's, like, you know, kind of in the dumps and all that stuff again. And they say it's kind of horrible, actually.
It is.
So this is probably the one with right here.
That one I like. I like that head sculpt.
Like, I love a good smirking villain, but I think Brainiac is definitely more geared towards like no emotions, kind of
stoic,
calculated, you know, everything like that.
Well, I will say, like, because recently the Absolute Superman, the Absolute version of Brainiac that they showed.
I haven't read that. Is it good?
Yeah, it's been decent, but the Brainiac, like, kind of showing how the Brainiac in that universe is, like, how he came to be, is one of the creepiest things I've seen. Like, it is supposed to be a universe based partially from Darkseid. I was like, well, that fits. That fits because it's a little for even as dark a villain as Brainiac can be. It was like how you got the current Brainiac there is. It was like, wow, that's
darkness. You see, I kind of shut off the light, but you can't really see much of the glow effect like I wanted to. Let me get this light back here.
Oh, that's
shit.
You got the city, but if I were to take the city out.
No, that's dope though.
I know that was good. Also, Kal-El Will said it's based on Brainiac from Superman Brainiac story that Gary Frank drew. So this is that one.
Okay. I was thinking. Well, let's do this purple light here real quick.
Maybe put the light off the candor because it's kind of just bright.
Yeah. I'll do so. I'm gonna keep this light a little bit further.
You rave right now, Will? What's going on here, man?
What's that?
You know, rave right now?
Yo, is it a black light? You better watch.
I know. You're like, what's
the stains on the table.
Might be a little
show.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Not sure.
That does show off.
Maybe you got to bring the camera close. I just can't really see much difference, honestly.
Yeah. Let me get that camera closer. Yeah. What I could do is like just really get the you know what it is? It's my laptop. Let me turn my laptop,
dude. You dork. I'm kidding. Maybe just turn the brightness down and that'll work, I think.
Is that better?
Yeah. I can barely see you now.
Yeah.
Your head's still glistening, but
big improvement. Can't see one.
Lane got it.
Big improvement. Let me see if I can. Maybe this black light will help.
I don't know.
Glow effect.
Marcos, he's just like, don't worry, you're still glowing in the dark there from all of that sweat off your face.
There you go.
Whoa. Okay, it glows green, huh?
Wow.
That's green and pink. So let me throw a little bit more of that black light on there.
Oh, what the heck? I didn't expect that. The green.
I'll
Now
get
we're really in a rave. We're really in a rave right now.
Let me
the little like beads and everything, like white chicks.
let me get this. It seems like this black light really makes it glow quicker.
Yeah.
Let me get that going here.
So like what does the black light do? It kind of like holds in the light, I guess. Like it like absorbs
Yeah,
it.
I guess so.
I never knew it. I have like one of my sideshow pieces has that my Bane. Like it has a black lighted thing. I just never got it.
Oh yeah, look at it glow.
Yeah, that definitely does glow up.
Hold on.
This is cool, man.
I thought it was supposed to go. Oh, is it like the base? Is it like a?
Let's show.
Yeah, I can see it now. You sneaky son of a bitch! This is cool. I like it. I gotta get a black light. I gotta get a black light now.
Yeah, get a black light. His eyes. It'd be cool if his eyes did glow, but his head does a little bit. I didn't put enough light there, but the base for sure really picked that up. I actually like how that looks purple right on the inside like that. Let's get on this other side. And that's not. And that's just that glow up paint, man. It's dope.
The purple pink is definitely showing. I didn't think it was gonna go green like that though. I just didn't expect that. I thought it would just go all pink. That's a surprise. So Aiden, no light up feature needed, you're saying?
No, because you got to think on a piece like this, you're not gonna turn your lights off and just like, I don't know. I don't see people utilizing that light up as much. If like in this case, it doesn't make as much sense, right? Now I can see the city making sense, but I don't think people are gonna just like, hey, let me turn the lights off so I can see Brainiac's face light up. Like I don't know. I think it's fine how it is. I think it would be unnecessary, you know.
In April says she got her dollar bills ready.
Bills ready.
Yeah, that's a awful dollar bills. Like we're losing money at this facility. If we're the money makers, we're losing money. There's no doubt about that.
And so that's pretty much it, man. I do like this way better. The other swap outs are good. The only thing that makes me nervous is the magnet's pretty decent holding the city. The city's not that heavy, but still over time, who knows, right? So that's the only thing that makes me a little nervous. Maybe they can make the magnet a bit stronger, and then you should be fine. Even if there was like an earthquake or whatever, I don't think it would fall the way it pegs and leans over on the shoulder. I think it's good. I love the lighting effect with the purple light. I did not expect that. I just figured, man, I grew up in the 90s, so every poster we had would glow with black light. So I'm like, maybe I'll grab a black light because I had one and see how it looks. But, man, it really gave it that shine. I was surprised with that because I've had these regular lights on, and when we shut off the light, you barely see it. But that black light really does it. So for those that pick up a black light, you can even set it up behind them or something, and that'd be pretty dope. I am kind of conflicted with the portraits. I do like both of them, man. I think that smirking's good. The serious one is really good as well. And the swap outs too with the arms. I probably would have done without just the closed fists down. I probably would have just had holding city and arms crossed.
But it gives you a look what you don't have to have like the city holding it because it does have like that kind of shows, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just really the taste of whoever picked this piece up, however you want to have it. I like this look the best. In terms of the paint, the only thing I would suggest, the base is great. I think everything about the base is great. I do think some of the chrome piping needs a little bit more touch of glare because it does feel flat just on the piping. On the robots, it's fine because there is a depth to it. There's some really bright chrome on the trim. You got the darker chrome, and then you got some of the more lighter, chrome. So it breaks the depth within the robot, but the piping does it. The piping just seems like it's a flat chrome. I think they need to add maybe at least where it rounds off, something a little bit lighter to give it that glare effect. And I think that's like the only touch I would do with the chrome. Just lighten it up on the top a little bit. But other than that, man, the base is pretty dope. I was going to show the bottom. They put a sticker on the bottom, but it has the group's name. So, and there's no ES, obviously, it's a prototype. And so also what I would like to see, I mean, I think the black might need to be a little bit more black. I know from how I mess with the lighting, it can look darker, it can look lighter. From what I'm seeing here, like with that light, it looks a little more flat. But with this light, it looks as dark as I'd want it to look. So it just really depends on the display, on how you light things up. But I would like to see more in the wrinkles, where the wrinkles are in the gray and the black. I like to see a little bit more darker, right? Because the wrinkles tend to get darker, and when it folds up, it gets lighter. So it's just really playing with the transition of the lighting. The lighting effect on this thing, they did just right. I know Jeffrey Davila kind of helped direct how this should be, and they knocked it out of the park. It's always darker on the edges, and it works its way up to be lighter to give you the lighting effect. The small city, there's nothing I think you could do better with this unless you really wanted to get in detail with the paint. But I think it's fantastic. I love everything about it. I love the lighting effect on it as well. Yeah, I can't really complain. I mean, unless like where the black is in the tower, maybe if it had a light effect in it too, like a glow, like it's on. But other than that, that's just me like picky about it. Yeah, and the skin color as well. The skin's good. Like I said, I think I would like to see a little more purple in the veins. But that's not a deal breaker, man. It looks fantastic. Like I said, however you're gonna display it, however you're gonna light it up, you can match what you want in terms of this piece. So I'd give this, based on me being picky, I give it like a 9.3, I would say. If those small changes were made, it'd be like a 9.8. I won't give a perfect score, but I'd bump it up to a 9.8. This is by far, my opinion, the best version of Brainiac out there in quarter scale.
There's only been two, man. I feel like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's the license in this one. It's crazy.
Right. So there's only two. So so you got your license and you got your fan art piece. Marcos, what do you think, man? I know you have this on PO.
Yeah. So and then the license one, the Injustice, which I think Injustice had zero good designs. My gosh, like what a failure in designs on characters. Like I love I actually like the story, just a failure in designs. I don't know why. Every design looks horrible. But I like this design. So it's a comic, version. We talked a little bit about it, Aiden. Maybe a little thinner. Like he doesn't have to be frail, but just like a little bit slimmer, like he doesn't have to look like Barry Bonds 06, 05, home run king juice head. But he can look like, a little bit thinner, like a Brad Pitt, something like that. Like a normal
Brad Pitt, Troy.
Brad Pitt, Troy. There we go. Another juice head right there at that moment. But you know what I'm saying? Like a guy, he doesn't have to look ginormously huge, in my opinion. But it doesn't look bad, so that's a good thing. With the extra weight, he got more cake, so that's a good plus right there. I think the base, like me, Aiden, Elaine have said, like from far away, it does look lit up, like with your light, how it is right now. It does, yeah. Like it does look lit up, like everything. There, cake, yeah, there's cake. But it truly does, like in the front and everything. I did not expect light to go that neon green. I thought it would go like purple or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which like the part of the base did, which is cool. I think one thing they could, like you said, that the second options on the arms, it wasn't needed. And if they did do a second option like that, maybe something more like Magneto-like, where he's like kind of lifting something up. Magneto poses like this and maybe something like that. Other than just the same pose without the the handpiece.
Well, it could have done. He could have had an arm like this holding Crypto. Just kind of.
Whoa! You getting dark right there, dude. You hurting dogs? Come on, you don't hurt dogs.
Dogs. I got two. What are you talking about?
Stop. Have you ever seen Marley? That killed everybody in America. Okay.
Yeah.
But no. So I think maybe if you're gonna do a different arm option, that would have been a little bit better than just a normal, arm side. Would have given a little bit more variety on your options. Portraits. This is literally the look I'm going with because I'm it's kind of scared. I know it probably doesn't weigh a lot, but the City of Candor, that probably doesn't weigh a lot, right, Will?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't weigh. I mean, it's got a good weight to it. That's why I made that comment earlier about the magnet in the arm. You know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking when I first PO'd it. I'm like, it looks cool. Like when someone comes over, I'll show them it, but I'll just take it right off, probably. You know,
Yeah.
Have this look regardless. With the on the base, I think it looks great on the base as well.
Yeah,
that's great. Maybe the candle too, the light up. Maybe I'm not saying you had to do multiple options with the colors, but maybe have a more bluish light rather than a light like the warm yellow light they had.
Yeah,
I think the yellow light looks good too. I would just maybe like to see the option, like how it would have looked in the blue light versus the yellow light, and just pick, have the choice to maybe pick one. But I think it looks good still.
Yeah, I mean, the canister is so small. It's probably very challenging to have a light that switches over, like that dark side on Throne has like multiple colors of lights and things.
I'm not saying switch over like that. I'm just saying maybe like it would have been cool, like if the director like gave us like in the production, like like, hey, do you like this light better or this light better? With this, and maybe like a more bluer light versus the one they had right there. I'm perfectly fine with that light. I think it looks great.
I think it looks good, especially when I shut all the lights off and you just leave the light on the city on. It really made the statue.
The body sculpt and the paint job, from what we can see, it looks really good. The green's a tough one always. I feel like color wise on statues. So look, for me, I think it looks as good as a green can get. Overall, very happy with the statue. 9.4 out of 10 for me, prototype wise. Everything I expected. Maybe lean down on the juice a little bit, like get off the juice for a couple months. I think that would have been fine. Get them a little thinner, get them cruiserweight, not heavyweight at this point, So, but yeah, I think a 9.4 out of 10, really good score. Extremely happy to have this on order. Can't wait for Metallo as well. And then gonna get Livewire, and I know he teased the one I've been getting on about, Mr. Missy Pictolic. I've been wanting that one from him. That's the one I want, and he hates it, but he wants to get it. He'll do it for me, he said. So, thank you so much.
Just answer the Stanley. Yeah, it has a good amount of detail, especially the base Stanley. The clothing does too. You can see the shading, the wrinkling. The arm texture it looks like real skin pores and folds in it. And the veins. Yeah, so there's a good amount of texture into the base and the skin. The suit it's a suit, so you can only do so much with the folds and the wrinkles. But they're all in the right place. Like if you were to wear something like this, I mean, he's wearing a onesie, and I haven't worn a onesies, 40 years. So, but yeah, he pegs in pretty good. It's pretty solid. There's a good amount of details on there, depending on like what you're going for. So Callie13 said he's very beefy in the comics.
Yeah. Kal-El.
Yeah, Kal-El. Oh, Kal-El. Yeah. So yeah,
it got your ass right there. You couldn't read it, man.
Yeah, I know that's the cursive. You're right, man. I'm looking at him like
we're all retards, man. Come on.
We are all retards.
Speak for yourself.
Lane, how do you feel about this piece, man?
Actually, I think it came out better than I was thinking that it would. Mostly, I think due to the base. Like that base nails Brainiac like so perfectly. And I prefer the kind of more scowling head sculpt. I like that they do have an arm where you can actually put the City of Candor, like him holding it. The kind of the black lighting effect, I do think is actually looks like maybe it needs to be done up a little bit more for the finals. But on the proto there with some different coloration and everything, that was probably the most striking thing to me about the statue itself. I think it's a solid representation of him. I would say like, or maybe trying to compare it like for that Mongol that you've shown us and stuff. Like that one, even though it's kind of a similar thing to this, where it's them standing in a little bit museum-esque pose. Like that one to me felt like there was a little bit more kinetic energy still going on with Mongol. They both got the cake department down perfectly, as Marco says, make sure to highlight repeatedly. But I think that it's a very solid piece, and you don't even custom-wise get a ton of Brainiac. So
no,
Hey, John. How are you doing, sir?
John's in the house, man. Everyday collector.
He's always doing something, man, with that channel of his. Like,
Yeah, he is. If you guys haven't checked Everyday Collector, go check him out. Subscribe to his
if you
channel.
want to see a random like statue unboxing just pop up out of nowhere, like his is the channel, man, because he'll have them just all of a sudden out of the blue at like 11 o'clock at night on Thursday. Like, hey, guess what? Here's we're doing a statue unboxing. Okay,
Yeah, until like 3 in the morning.
And also, like I said, if you want to join, I'll send you a link, man. And you can hop on it.
Yeah, more happy to have you, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
But I would probably say for this proto, getting to see actually put together for a custom piece, probably get him an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's very solid B.
Whoa, hater.
Well, you have to understand though, I'm approaching it when I look at like a custom piece like this, I'm approaching and look at it in comparison to like a Prime 1 statue, which because they're going to be neater things, but you're going to be able to get sometimes more detail sometimes for a company like that.
But remember Prime 1's got the budget too.
Well, that's the other thing.
And look, I think for what it's worth, they did do a good job on their Brainiac because it's accurate to the source material.
Sure.
He's a stupid looking fucking Brainiac it's like Will said, it's Doc Ock. You know, it's not even Brainiac.
I was like literally the first time I ever saw Brainiac was from Super Friends, like Super Power Force team, which was the last series was built around like Firestorm, and that was like mecha skull faced freaking Brainiac with his flying skull face ship at the time, where he was totally Robo Man. So the whole Kaluan, like leading to Brainiac 5 and his race, and Legion, all that kind of stuff. But this, I think, is a very, very solid piece. But, we don't get like any Brainiac. We get lots of dark sides, but for like major Superman villains, we don't really get we get Doomsdays, but we don't ever really get many Brainiacs, even though he's probably been longer than both of those characters. A Superman focused film.
It's an origin story we see for Superman. Like he's in the origin story almost, like right there next to him.
Yeah, and he's now he had long. Hey, at least this version he's wearing full pants. As Legion of Doom version would be telling us on Robot Chick and Cartoon Network. I just want some pants, man. I just want a pair of pants. He finally got what he was after. But yeah, no, I like this interpretation of Brainiac because he's big enough. I kind of like he's not completely mechano man. Like this is a bit more like an alien Brainiac.
Sure.
Than robot Brainiac. As much as I like, Superman the animated series, like I like that version of Brainiac, but I kind of like, for me, like just making him an evil robot or program makes it like Skynet, where it just makes it really easy so you can bring him back later.
Yep,
like, well, I moved down to my 5th backup halfway across the universe and then here. So, it's like what as they did for bringing Brainiac back multiple times.
They can't kill people. You know that, Lane. You know that. They can't kill people. They got to find a way to keep them alive somehow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, they don't want to just end the character, except if you're like Blight in Batman, Beyond or something like their powers.
But I think this group's really doing the right thing in terms of fan art and bringing these characters to life because licensed companies very rarely do it. Like I said, this is like the only other Brainiac out there, and I'm not a big fan of Injustice. It's just like the
I hated Injustice Brainiac.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of it. So, but this is really brings it to home, and I think they're doing a great job. They have a big roster. Go ahead.
This feels like could be because he's an enhanced thing. He feels like he could be. Yeah, he can use his technology, all that stuff, but he actually physically looked like he might be a kind of enhanced threat where he could go not very long, but at least could go toe to toe with Superman a little bit if they got into a physical altercation.
Or as he likes to call him, Kal-El, because that's how he knows him. Like Kal-El,
Yeah. They make you include a decent number of. I mean, this is a really solid package, and if you're looking for a Brainiac, this is a quarter scale, especially
Right.
too. Like, if you have any other quarter scale of Darkseid or Lex Luthor or any of those kind of things, even if you had like a 6 scale Luthor, like that XM one that they put out with like him in the Superman armor,
Right.
this one would go well with that because he should be a lot bigger than Lex Luthor. So I think it's a really solid statue. They did a good job.
What's your score?
8.5 out of 10. I can be very hard to get a 10, like into a 9. But I think I love the paint apps though. The base, what really makes it for me, that one is the base. Like that's perfect. Like that is absolutely perfect for Brainiac.
Sorry, I forgot my tape measure. So he's about 25 inches tall. But that's with the base. So sorry,
probably 12 and 12, wide and deep, probably at best, like not even.
Wow, whoa, 12 wide and deep.
That's me every weekend right there. 12 wide and deep.
And you know the scary part is, we were talking about he's 2 inches shorter than the freaking Hot Toy Galactus. Soft.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
It's supposed to be like a vinyl.
I think you're about right, Marcos. It's about 12 inches.
So are you using the app?
Yeah.
Dude, Freddie keeps giving me shit about that. He's like, dude, don't use the app, dude. Get a tape measure, bro.
I had one here. I had one here, and it just like disappears. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I'll just use it.
All I hear when Freddie says that is, "I'm old, bro. I'm old. Get old stuff. I'm old." So I'm kidding, so, Freddie. Love you, man.
You said 8.5 for this one, Lee?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it is a solid statue.
Aiden, what do you think, man? I know you got a lot of thoughts.
Always too many.
I will start with the positive. I like the portraits a lot. Actually, more than I thought I would. I agree with the guys. The more stoic feels kind of more. Now, I will say this. My opinion, this is one thing I'm not an expert in. I don't know about Brainiac. So this is more of like my artistic take on it, right? Not if I knew his personality, I could give a better assessment. But from the technical aspect, I do think he could be a little smaller, but I like this version, like Lane said, because he's formidable, right? So I like the skin a lot. I do think the veins could have a little bit more depth. The suit. I think if he would have hit this suit, the white parts with some lighter, like a brighter white, because it looks like he has like a lot of grays in there.
No, the suit's all gray. There's no.
There should be some kind of some kind of like a lighter colors in there to really create separation, and then also the black part. That would have really made this pop even more so. So I think doing that, and then also if they would have put some hints of purple on the black and towards like the bottom of his legs, like the lights shining up, the pink, maybe hit some kind of like variations of purple in the muscle striations to really show that the glow is coming up. That would have been pretty cool. I can't really see the silver on the base, but I think maybe have it a little bit more like a metallic looking, just a little bit more instead of like I said, I can't see it from here. But these are nitpicks. Great page. I'm jealous. Kind of looks like Marco's right there.
Whoa! You have a crush on me?
I love the pink, like Lane was saying. That base, the concept is brilliant. I love that base a lot. The only thing that I would say would be area of opportunity would be the city of whatever that's called. I don't like how he holds it like a baby. I think having a different way to hold that would have been better. I don't know if maybe holding it like this and he's like maybe, and you can see cracks coming through it like he's crushing it. I don't know, whatever. I think it's maybe a little bit different with that. But I do love the way that sets on the base. Overall, I think it's the best Brainiac out there by far. I would give this an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10.
Lane, the haters, man. The haters.
Well, I never.
We're over here on the 9.3s, and they're on the 8.5s.
Oh, this dude, 8.5. Like I said though, I'm not gonna get into it. He thought Lex Luthor and Superman, Christopher Reeves is a good character, so I can't trust his word at this point.
First of all, that's not true because there is no Christopher Reeves. It's Reeve, so I never said that.
I said a Christopher Reeves Superman, and I said you thought the Lex Luthor in that movie was a good Lex Luthor, which is false.
Gene
Hackman. I love Gene Hackman, but he was an awful Lex Luthor. Like he's a joke. Yeah, he's a joke.
He kind of reminded that dude from Step Brothers. The other guy, like he's like.
Oh yeah, John C. Reilly. John C. Reilly. Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
It really does with that like curly hair and everything. Yeah. That movie is so. Like, I get the nostalgia with. Sorry, go to Superman, right? But it's so goofy, dude. Like Lois dies. Spoiler alert. 1975. If you haven't seen it, then fuck off. But he reverses time to save her. Like it's like Aiden. We haven't had this conversation on air. If you think the new Superman movie was goofy, that is beyond goofy. That and obviously Lex Luthor and his little henchmen.
It is, but they were like way ahead of their time too, though. Like they weren't thinking.
It's one step above goofiness, like one step more serious than like the Adam West.
It is corny.
Yeah.
My question is, why didn't he do that in Injustice when he killed Lois? He could just circle around the planet, rewind time, and not kill her.
It's not comic accurate at all. The Superman has never reversed time. He's not the fucking Flash, obviously. And there's no consequences with him reversing time. At least with the Flash, when he reverses time, is a huge consequence, fucking Flashpoint. There we go. Right, so Superman just did that, and then it was all good. Why hasn't he done that with Paul Kent? Why hasn't he reversed time for Paul Kent dying?
That's true. But you know what? I didn't like that way he died, Paul Kent. That was kind of like I got mad. When I first saw it, I'm not going to lie. I was like, when I first saw Man of Steel, I was like, what did I just watch? But I had to watch it like 2 or 3 times, and like I grew to appreciate it. Yeah, I did. I'm going to be honest. There he goes. Like Paul Kent.
That's my favorite meme now. Just every post about Superman and someone brings up Man of Steel, I'm just into that Paul Kent like meme. So.
Wait, hey, Marcos, go like this. Go like this. You know what that means?
Yeah. Like that, Marcos.
Come on, 6 fake rings, 6 fake rings. He played a freaking mailman the whole time, so good for him, I guess. But the Paul Kent, I don't know. That's a horrible death, and Man of Steel too. And that's horrible.
Finishing on this point with this piece, and we'll get to the shenanigans here soon. A lot of stuff to talk about, San Diego Comic-Con, all this good stuff. A few custom pieces I want to talk about, but all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this prototype.
Loved it.
World premiere unboxing. Live unboxing. There are more prototypes headed my way. Slowly but surely we'll be getting these in, mainly from the same group, which I really appreciate them sending it to me and letting me do this and taking a look at these pieces, man. I really enjoy it. I do love the light effect on it. So I hope those that did PO it enjoyed this video, enjoy the live unboxing, everything that comes with it. By far, I think this is the grail right now for Brainiac. If you have the Prime 1, just sell it. Sell it and get this one. You don't need the Prime 1. That doesn't exist. It's not canon. Don't even bother.
It's horrible.
Yeah. It's just horrible. It's a terrible piece. If you want me to unbox it, you can send it. I'll unbox it, even though it's a horrible piece. But
all I heard Will say is I got more prototypes unboxing. Like, Will? Are you just that guy, bro? You just know everybody? Is that what you're trying to say?
I think it's happening, man. I think I am that guy. Because I just love the fan art. I think it's great. I have nothing against license because obviously I got a bunch of them, right? I got Prime 1, I got XM.
Your XM's biggest like buyer right now. Shit.
I know. I don't even know why they haven't contacted me yet.
I know. There you go.
Son of a bitch. And then I'll get Jazz Inc. will be coming in. I got Tweeterhead, so it's like I do got a lot of license, but I love the fact that fan art can do certain things that license they just won't accept or do. Like, you get a Deadpool or a Wolverine with a bunch of dead ninjas slashed to parts, that X-23 got like severed heads on it, things like that license companies won't typically do. So that's why I do appreciate the fan art. Because of the freedom you have to make these pieces and have these pieces come in. And they're just getting better and better, man. They're just getting way better. So I'm super excited, and I thank you for those commissioners that are doing it, that are sending me their pieces to do the unbox. I really appreciate it. I don't mind paying for shipping back. It's something I enjoy doing. So we got pretty much probably Mongrel. This company's got some stuff. Obviously, I showed the Mongrel. I showed the crypto. So the crypto wasn't rendered what I showed. So whenever it's rendered, I'll go ahead and show everybody what it looks like if they send me the images. We got Livewire coming in. We got Cyborg Superman, Prime Earth, Superboy. I mean, there's so much ideas and stuff coming out.
Are you going to get Metallo or no?
Metallo as well. I don't know if I've seen the full renders for Metallo yet. I don't know. I gotta ask. But Metallo's got.
Yeah, he showed them.
He showed. I think those were polypaint. I don't think those were full, completely rendered. I think it was a polypaint, but a ton of switch outs, man.
I know I paid the deposit at least. I know that. So like, he's got me on lock. I hate him. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and JC, they just keep putting out these. He's like, oh, I'm getting that. Click.
Hey, you know who? What about the Owlman? Did you get that one?
I got you, VHN. Owlman, did you?
No, I like that piece a lot, though. I'm just not a big fan of that character. Like, what I'm trying to do is like typical Batman 1/4 villains and typical Superman 1/4 villains. So Owlman's kind of like Elseworlds. It looks great, though. It actually does look great.
It is. And they're doing a black variant, from what I heard.
Yeah. I'll probably get the blue one, though. Honestly, I like the blue. So that's the only reason why I didn't get it. Like, same with that one group that's doing the Dark Side and they're doing Supergirl. Supergirl as a villain is more Elseworlds for me, so that's why I wouldn't get it. But it looks great, So like that's like one of those things for me.
Yes.
Oh shit. Will.
I'll send it to him, VHN. I got you, man. If those people haven't seen it yet, check out my YouTube channel. I do have the full render reveal for Owlman and Evil Supergirl. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on there. I don't do the voiceover myself because I can't stand my voice.
Dude,
so
man, for people that love that Elseworld, it's so good. You know the Owlman, the base, the concept of the base, I was very blown away. And you guys know me. I'm I don't impress very easily.
Yeah.
But I'm not just saying this because of who sculpted it, but that piece was so brilliant. Like,
no, it's good. It's one of the best ones for sure.
Like you said, and we know Aiden don't like anything, so for him to say that, it's a miracle.
He doesn't like Superman movies either for some reason, even though he's a Superman thing. So
for those also wanting to know more about fan art, I've already finished the render reveal, but I'm not able to share it. So the video will be on YouTube whenever the commissioner lets me share it. Is Livewire, which I already have that. It's done. And a custom fan art Mary Jane. So that one as well. And let me tell you, they said, look, we're going to send you this. We love your videos. Please do one for us. So I did. It's saved, and it is one of the most sexiest freaking Mary Jane I've seen.
When are you going to do that one?
What's that?
When are you going to do that, Mary Jane?
I don't know. I'd have to get permission and when they want to release it. I'm thinking end of next month. Maybe they might. I have no idea. We just chat a little bit. Yeah, I'll go ahead and share the video for everybody to check out. So more and more as I talk to more and more people, they're thank you for the trust. And I spent a few days, almost a week, trying to get these videos perfect and entertaining enough. Unfortunately, sometimes there's not enough render pictures, so I have to put other things to talk about the specific characters and their backgrounds and where they come from and things like that. Also, quarter scale Venom. I'm pretty much done with that. I'm just waiting for that particular person to send me the renders whenever they're done, and I will release that hopefully by the end of this month, from what I'm told. I don't know yet, so I kind of stay in the dark until they're ready, and which is fine. I'm okay with it. I'm just happy that I'm a part of something, not directly but indirectly, to be able to show it to the viewers, you guys out there. Again, I know again earlier on the show I said it, but I want to appreciate it again. Everybody on the chat, everybody watching, if you want to join the chat, you got questions, ask. And we hit the 300 subscriber mark, so thank you very much for that as well. At the 500 subscriber mark, we're going to do a giveaway, and we're going to do a statue giveaway and a $25 gift card, courtesy of Mr. Legend Lane. So thank you for that as well, Lane, for providing that for us.
Hey, quick question though about the Mary Jane. Is she like in the statue, is she in the streets?
No, she is not in the streets. This Mary Jane's not from the streets. I know where you were going with this, Marco. She's not from the streets.
Dude, she's for the streets, bro. I'm sorry, she is, and especially in since 2008 comics.
Not this universe, okay? Not in this universe.
I'm just saying, like in the comics lane, she's had a couple like little daddies.
Okay, wait. If you see this render, she
was Spider-Man dirty with Mary Jane lately in the universe.
I mean, the way she's dressed in this, she should be in Figueroa Street in LA. Like she's
whoa.
The way she's dressed, but she's not in
Miami. A little cabana, bro. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. So, but I know probably Alan Kiefer's on Jimmy's right now. They had Sideshow on Godlike. So if you guys want to check that out, I don't know if they're still running or not. But
we had what's his name? Jorge Villar. He's a statue sculptor for Sideshow. He did the Ghost Rider one they recently came out with, the Dark Nihilus piece, the 1/4 and 1/6. He's done a good amount of the Wolverine, the Weapon X one, the
Eternal Enemies one, I think too. The Eternal Enemies, the Batman versus Joker.
Yeah, he was part of it. Him and Daniel Bell did it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, VHN, I'm with you right there, bro. I want a free one too.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't see why not. I'm surprised. VHN, you do a lot of sculpting yourself, and I don't know how you manage that business. But if you were to sell your sculpt to somebody, they should send you a free piece. I wouldn't see why not. I just don't know if you're going to have the space for it because you do so much work. You're going to run out of space.
Right, well, give me a free statue, like the it's right behind you, I think, right? The black and white X-Force Deadpool #2 out of 800. It was.
Yeah, that wasn't free.
You said free for me, right?
Tell you what, if I die, I'll make sure it's in the will that they send it to you. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
All right. No, there's gonna be a clause. It's gotta be natural causes. Okay, you can't send no hitman after me just because you want the #2 ES of that. Okay, just letting you know.
I'm just saying, guys, it wasn't me if he dies randomly. It was not me, I promise.
And if I find out you got a Death Note notebook, that doesn't count either.
What are you talking about? It's in my phone. We're upgraded. We upgraded now, dude.
Yeah, super excited. Like I said, I can't thank people enough, and I can't thank the commissioner enough for letting me take a look at this. Super excited for any other piece that comes my way. But yeah, I absolutely love this piece. I would personally love it more than 1/3 because I can add it to, my Superman Hush. I think it'd be really dope next to it. But it is what it is. It's a great piece, regardless.
Well, you had the black Superman, right?
I got the black Superman, and I made a custom cape for him. I don't know what I did with it. I think I got a few.
That's why they'd be best friends, right? Black Superman and Brainiac, they might be best buds. They might be teaming up against Batman and them.
Well, I mean, the commissioner did do an Ultraman, so I think those two did look good together.
And then who's the Wonder Woman variant? What's her name? I forget in that universe.
The Superwoman.
What's her name?
Superwoman.
Yeah, they messed her. I remember recently how they were messing up what she was supposed to be because originally she's supposed to be a novelist for Wonder Woman, and then Brian Michael Bendis not reading up and making sure when he was doing Superman had him with Lois Lane, and then they switched it back to being Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
someone else did for the same thing, and I'm like, "You're an idiot." Was my next response, but they ended up John Kent too. That was the guy who did that. So.
But I will tell you, if you guys haven't seen it, I think I'm going to end up showing it again and the prototype pictures. They gave us some cakes. Like, this Superwoman's got a PBL going on. So, Mr. Alan Kiefer, if you're around, there's a couple of cakes coming our way, Yeah. Mary Jane and Superwoman. There's some thick-ass girls coming our way, so you don't want to miss it.
Some snow bunnies, huh? Some snow bunnies.
Some snow bunnies. Not the white bunny, but some snow bunnies.
If it ain't snowing, I ain't going. Like me and Ed said that one night. If it ain't snowing, I ain't going, bro.
Oh, shoot, that's hilarious. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. I'll keep this guy spinning there. If you guys want to see some zoom in pictures, I can bring the camera again for those that are joining us that are watching. whatever you like to do. Last week I talked about the Mandarin, and I didn't have any images, and I didn't have anything, and I've been bugging, and I got a little teaser of it. And by God, the details on this Mandarin are out of this freaking world. It's a fan art Mandarin, so if you're an Iron Man fan, this might be one you want to keep your eye out. Don't PO anything else and wait for the sucker to drop, because I'm telling you, this thing, the details on this thing is crazy. So let me pop that up. Like I said, it's just one image, but the image tells you everything. So let me screen share here. Let's get this going. And there you go. So I can zoom in. Let me zoom in a little bit. You guys take a look, but check out the details.
Green skin, huh?
I think it's because doesn't he like lose his hands and he grows like reptile hands or something like that?
I wasn't saying it's bad. I'm saying is it green hand?
Well, like they made him so like in the '90s Iron Man animated series, they made him green skin because they didn't want the Fu Manchu kind of going quite as much like he had been presented in the past, which worked fine. In that incarnation. So this could be a little bit more along those lines where they're going for something kind of like that.
Details look great though. My gosh.
Man, look at the skin, the armor on the suit right here on the forearms, the kind of the blades right there. Just all the detail work. Yeah, just all that detail work in there is freaking fantastic. Like I feel like this is probably one of the most detailed pieces I've seen in a long time. Oh, wait a minute. We got a guest here. Hold on.
Whoa.
Hey, VHN's in the house. What's up, man?
What's up?
Yo.
What's good, man?
So VHN, we're talking about this Mandarin someone's doing here, and I want you to tell me about the sculpt work, man. What do you think?
My microphone's on?
Yeah,
I can hear you. Yeah.
Right. So, this is my personal project. It's Mandarin from Iron Man series of 19. And right now it's on the rendering stage. Yeah, I think a couple more days and it will be ready. So, this will be the one and only and first statue of Mandarin ever made. So I put a lot of love for it.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy to me. Real quick, it's crazy to me that there's no company that has done a Mandarin statue, which he's like a top 3 villain in Iron Man, obviously.
Yeah, but even if they did, they wouldn't do it like this.
No, for sure. I'm just saying that it's crazy in general that no one's even touched it, though. I don't know.
Well, it's a tough sell, though. Let's be real. Like, you have to be really invested into Iron Man, but I feel like this. Like I always tell people, like if you do art that is so appealing, sometimes you can show people something that they never knew they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
If it's that good, art prevails at all times. It may not be as many pieces as you want to sell, but art will always prevail. If it's like this, I mean, you look at it, you're like, look, man, I want to learn more about Iron Man. I want to learn more about, the minute I saw this, I'm like, dude, I'm looking at, I want to read his comics, right? So that's just kind of how I look at it. It makes you intrigued, right? So it's like an introduction for people who have never read it. Maybe they can go learn about it, and maybe they'll love the character now because of this beautiful sculpt, right? So that's how I look at it.
So my question for VHN, what was like the inspiration to want to sculpt this piece for yourself as a personal project, and where did the idea come from for all the texturing and everything on the armor? Because I can only imagine the amount of hours put to put all that detail in the armor, and where pretty much where did this brainstorm from?
Actually, about an idea, I was just rewatching on my second monitor while I was sculpting the 19th series of Iron Man, and in the last series, I guess, Mandarin appeared in another look, and it just was really surprising to me, and I decided to sculpt him up. And also, I read some backstory about this character, and it's amazing. I don't know why it hasn't been done before. So I used some Chinese-inspired texturing for it, for the armor. I tried to keep the original look from the cartoon and
Right.
make it more realistic with all the texturing and the anatomy pieces.
Yep.
So that actually it didn't take much time to apply the textures after I showed the textures which I need.
I mean,
Most
for,
part-
for for someone like us that we're not like very artistic, especially when it comes to, you know, the like the Z brushes and stuff like that. Like when I visually see that, I just think, man, it must have took a week or so every hour of the day just to kind of get all that texturing. But I have heard you can create brushes and stuff like, I don't know too much, but you can create brushes and make the job a little quicker. But visually seen, not being a 3D artist, it seems like it's just a very tedious and very long process, but you'd have to have a passion to continue with it, right?
Well, I can say how much it took me to create all that because, as I said, it was a personal project and I worked on it in my free time.
Right.
I just pushed it more a little bit only last week to finish it up.
Okay.
And I can say that the most part of the work, most time of the work took the base because I haven't showed it in the teaser, but base took me a long of time.
Right. Right. Can we get a quick, not visual teaser, but an audio teaser of what inspired the base to be? Like, can we get an idea of what it could potentially look like, or your idea behind it? Is it like Brainiac, where it's like similar to kind of like this?
Actually, in base, I tried to combine alien tech and Chinese style also because in the backstory of this character, he received his knowledge of how to use rings on some alien spaceship.
Right.
So try to combine the alien
Both cultures, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
and some Chinese dragon style in front of it.
That's cool. That's like a future Chinese
also,
like thing, yeah.
Yeah, and also the base, if it will be produced, can be made with LEDs because there are parts that are shiny, and I think it will look cool if the LEDs will go in there. Also,
Nice.
it has swaps too. It has swaps in classic view, like a normal skin.
I would just
Okay.
I would just about to ask if there's like a normal skin option. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And also,
Cool. Yeah, that's good. You wanna always implement multiple ideas and swap outs. So maybe some people don't like the green skin; they want the normal skin and stuff like that. So always giving that option is a great idea for the collectors, right? Even sometimes
I
like when we
hate them. I hate to make swaps because sometimes
no,
when you start to you got the idea and you got the vision of how the character will look in the end, and you know how to build your workflow to that. And then
right.
in the end, like the customer or commissioner or says, like, let's make another skin, and you say,
This son of a bitches.
and
That's me right there. I love swap outs. I love options.
Yeah, that would probably be me too.
Yep.
Annoying.
Yeah, I understand. I understand the artist perspective on something like that. It is frustrating, but for a consumer, someone that's going to invest in that art, sometimes it's not needed, but it's welcome. Like the third set of art swap outs for this, it's like it's not really needed with closed fists down. Just the cross fists and holding the city is enough. But then you'll get that one guy that has it that likes the closed fist. So it's more of a market-based kind of sales thing you want to do to have some form of option. Some things are unnecessary, but you know, if it works, it works. But for the artist, it's like, God damn it, I got to spend another week.
I get it. Like with custom groups, at least you have the freedom to do a lot of switch outs. With I know with licensed group, they hold you back on a lot of things. So that's why I think custom groups should definitely do more swap outs and that's allowed because they do have the freedom to do it. They can do whatever they kind of want.
I'm not against the swap outs when it's discussed upfront. you know.
Yeah.
No, that's true as well. Yeah, I get your point. Yeah, you don't like add-ons like last second. Yeah.
You will make webs and you build the workflow and the anatomy and cut the pieces the way the straps will be.
Yeah.
But when the idea comes in the end of the project, it's
That's annoying. No, that's true. 100%. I get that.
Yeah. No, and I agree with that too. I agree
Aiden
with
would
that.
Aiden would be he's probably the worst guy.
Oh my God! Let's not talk.
Scrap everything. I'll add this. Yeah.
Change it all at the end. They're about to release it. Just change it all. You know, I think he needs purple skin and not green. This looks like
David Corn sweat Superman suit. Like, let's get rid of it. You know, like
no. Aiden is like, oh no, it looks amazing, but I think that we can switch the pose. I think that we can change some arms. And texture is not very good. Yeah, let's change.
Aiden's butt is a full paragraph. It's but full paragraph of what's wrong. You know, that's usually Aiden's okay, this is cool, but 3 hours later, that's all I'm saying. You know.
We know this man all too well, don't we?
We know him way too well. We know him way too well.
So VHN, when can we see, timeline wise, the full reveal of this piece?
Hopefully this month. Yeah, I think I'm about to spend, I don't know, maybe 3-4 days on the good rendering pieces, and that's all.
Okay. Well, for those of you watching, for those of you interested, for those of you that are Iron Man fans, not Jimmy from Godlike, he lost his card for Iron Man, so that doesn't include him. So we know that's gone. The one and only quarter scale Mandarin that's going to be out there. So if you're a real Iron Man fan and you love the villain, this would probably be a piece you need to keep your eye out if it does get picked up by a commissioner and produced. So we don't know yet.
I want to chime in. I can tell you this, knowing what I know, even if somebody did it, it won't be this good. I can promise you that. So this is.
But. Oh. Okay. Just don't have to.
Now here's a question I gotta ask VHN. I don't know how the lower half looks, but does he have cakes?
That's true.
Okay. I mean, but if he's wearing a skirt, I understand you're not going to see the cakes, but I just need to know. Marcos needs to know. The world needs to know.
Discussions tonight. I mean, so we're just staying consistent.
Yeah, we're staying consistent with the cakes.
Villainy cakes need to meet.
Does he have a Missy Elliott cake back in early 2000s? That's what I'm trying to wonder right now.
Well, that's something very specific there.
That was very
specific. I was a young guy, right?
Well, we can't. What about Vida Guerra or J-Lo? No, you went from
J-Lo, because J-Lo, it looks the same at age 60. You know, it's cool, but there's enhancements in there. There's no doubt at this point. There's enhancements. Huh?
Yeah, she looks like young, but she's not.
Yeah, but she's on her. She's one more divorce away from having an infinity gauntlet. She has 5 divorces.
Hey, you know what?
Gauntlet, dude. Like she's right there.
Hey, there's an idea.
She's on her Jordan. Like she's almost on that 3 Jordan shit. You're like, oh gosh, she's right there, guys.
I hear she might be after Matt Damon. Let's see. You kind of gotta.
God, she married his fucking best friend. Ben Affleck. Like, come on now. She would do that because she's for the streets. She's for the streets. So she would do that. So
well, in any case, VHN, this work of art here, man. It's I would say from based what I'm looking at, and I've seen almost all your work. This one right here, man, it's just a level up. You know what I mean? You're progressing in your art and you're leveling up, and it looks freaking fantastic. I can't wait to see the rest. I'm hoping that the portrait does justice, because we all know as collectors, if the portraits ain't right, we ain't gonna buy. So the portraits have to be, on point.
Same as cake. Cake has to be right too.
What does portrait looks like? I was inspired by the old Mortal Kombat Shang Tsung.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
I gotta take my sip of my rum and coke here. Sorry about that.
Well, you know, this one thing about when these artists do their own personal projects, which I heard there's a group that's trying to collaborate more with sculptors. because a lot of times when a sculptor will do their own project, they'll have more passion behind it because that's what they envision, right? So I feel that's why this is so much better, because it's like creative freedom to do what they see in their mind, and that's always like a way to go, in my opinion. And I think more projects like this should be supported because these guys put a lot of work into their craft. So I feel like people, you know, if you like Iron Man, man, look, maybe there'll be an Iron Man down the line, but this is something I think people should pick up because it's really, really impressive.
Actually, if I would start to make some line of this Iron Man series, I would have done all the other villains like Blizzard, like Blacklash, and all those games.
This is a great start, brother. Man, it's freaking amazing.
Yeah, that's it's a really great piece. Can't wait to see what else you're working on, VHN, when the time comes and you're willing to show us. If you guys haven't yet, please subscribe to VHN on his Facebook page. I think you have Artist Station also and Instagram. If you guys can, I think that was Lane. Please do subscribe to VHN if you want to get like up to date on the work he's doing, the teasers he's doing, and let me tell you, he's got a lot of stuff going on. So
a lot of stuff coming, right?
Yeah,
a lot of stuff.
And not to get sidetracked, VHN, you didn't answer if that Mandarin has cake. You never answered it, man. Never answered it. That's cake.
We do the important topics here, man. God like does the general information. We get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we get in there. We okay. When we mean cake, Marcos wants to know if he's got an ass. Is he flat?
Covered by a skirt.
Posterior extremis.
Mm-hmm. It's posterior. It's a gluteus maximus.
Yeah, because this Brainiac got just the right amount. It's just the right amount.
Aiden right now is trying to disappear like into the darkness right now.
No, I see it.
No, Lane, he's thinking about a thong.
He's like, I'm getting away from whatever these three guys.
Yeah, Aiden right now is like, the Mandarin needs a thong. He
needs exactly. I said a gold thong. A gold thong.
With some jewels.
Chinese saccharine thong.
So Chinese calligraphy jewels coming down the line all the way around.
Right where the landing strip's at. Right where the landing strip's at.
Right at the landing strips. Right.
Jewels are right there, you know.
That's two.
I hate myself.
So now let's see, April. April said you want me to spotlight him for you.
If he has a thong collection, let's see it. You know,
we want to see it. Open that drawer. I want to take
it. His favorite clothing spot is Tito's Thongs for Men. We get it, you know. So
his license plate says "Cowboys butts drive me nuts." So, serious. On a serious note, here's a question from Stanley for most of you guys there. If you guys want to, customer license. What do you like better? Personally, for me, I like the customs better because I mentioned it earlier, just the freedom that they have artistically to do these pieces and put them out. Obviously, licensing, they got bigger budgets, quality is probably a lot higher, you know, and the name brand behind it, so people like to travel towards that.
Well, I will chime in and say, hold on, I don't mean to interrupt you, but when you said quality, at the moment, so I feel like custom groups are getting better and better. The standard is getting higher, but I love both. We can appreciate both for different reasons. We have to understand that with the license, they have to pay royalties. They have people to pay. They have time frames. It's a different beast, but I will tell you, custom production is going to be mind-blowing. So, and I know this for sure. So
no, based off like artists like VHN here, and not to be glazing. Okay, I'm a little bit. I'll glaze a little bit. If the sculpt is as detailed as it is, we know that production is going to be top notch with the paint. So if you're sculpting in high detail, and they'll print it, you'll lose a little, but there's so much there that you're going to get a lot. And then with the paint amplifying that sculpt, it's going to be out of this world. So Aiden is correct. It's fan art, custom pieces are going to get better and better, and some of them have already surpassed license companies. So
it's just different, man. Like what you want, honestly. Like my 1/4 Batman like villains I have 7 pieces. My Grundy, the custom piece, is my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then like when I look at my anime pieces, I'm looking at Sume Blackbeard. There's nothing that's even close to that in unlicensed groups. Like detail wise, concept wise, there's just nothing even close to that. Like I'm looking at it right now, it's ginormous, it's huge, detail wise, perfect. The storytelling elements and the base, the little details, like it's awesome. So like for me, it's piece by piece. Like there's custom pieces like the Dark Side on Throne, that's amazing, and then there's custom pieces I'm like that looks fucking horrible, obviously. So it just, and then same with license, like that sideshow David Corn Sweat Superman, that thing looked fucking abysmal, like it's horrible. And then there's pieces like Hush Superman Prime 1, so like, it just, for me, it's piece by piece. Obviously, I think customs have a little bit more freedom, and they should use that freedom. Just don't do a stoic museum 1/4. Do a little bit more with it. Like that Brainiac, you have 3 options on arms, multiple heads. You have a black light option. So I think custom groups should definitely, think outside the box on their pieces rather than just straight museum. So I know it's cheaper, but I think you have.
Depends on the character.
It depends on. Ian is right. It depends on the character, and it depends on the group.
But like, let me just say this real quick though. Like, what character demands a basic museum 1/4?
Darkseid. He's a very boring character.
No, but no, it's not basic. That's a throne.
Symmetrical. He's boring.
No, that's a 1/4 throne though.
No, but if you look at it, if you look at Darkseid as
basic standing up boring museum. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Basic standing up boring museum.
Yeah, look, Darkseid is known to just stand there with his arms behind his back shooting lasers. Like, that's a basic museum you would want, right? Every freaking anime, comic, he ain't punching people. Unless he's like against Trigon.
Outside of aura farming, he is a pretty boring character. I'll give you that. He's an aura farming character, there's no doubt.
Right.
But like, let's be real. Like, would you want a 1/4 Green Arrow museum? Probably not. Would you want a 1/4 Hal Jordan museum? No, probably not. You want these characters. If you're a 1/4 custom group, get creative. You have the ability to do it. Just get creative. That's all I'm trying to say. You have the ability. Like, license groups definitely have a structure they have to follow because of the license. Obviously, I've talked to a lot of owners. They told me the stresses that happens with it. If you're a custom group, man, go fucking wild. Who gives a shit? Like, if it.
Well, Marcos, you got to understand this too, that a lot of commissioners in the custom groups they think about the investors, right? And they think about space constraints. That's why I pick up licensed museum pieces, because they don't take much room. You start doing one single person dynamic, it might take too much. For example, at some studios, the Shugo pieces, like the Batgirl and the Robin, the base is just so big and it's so dynamic, it just takes too much space to display. So having a museum, very stoic, very this is the demanding piece, the way he's standing, he's like a successful villain, and he's posing a threat and he's demanding. And so I do like the museum stuff based off that. But you're right, and there are a lot of custom groups that do dynamic pieces. Which is not
dynamic. I just think maybe if it's a museum, just do a lot of switch outs, like do different things with it rather than a basic J&D looking, museum. Yeah. That's my point. It's just like you have the ability to be creative. Be creative as an artist.
Sure. And I think they do, but you don't see J&D doing anything but what they're doing, right?
Well.
So if you got to
J&D rant, we're not going to J&D rant.
I'm just saying, J&D just does this, and this custom group just does this, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. You got a licensed group doing it.
J&D can have a portrait that's 75% correct, and like people are like, oh, this is the best thing ever of all time. Yeah,
exactly. Well, then there's just your name brand collectors. They just got to have the name brand. That's just your collector. Like Whitebeard, they sold out Whitebeard J&D.
That is actually a really good statue. It just. If there's one character that does not need to be realistic, it's fucking Whitebeard. Whitebeard's like 30 feet tall.
Wait a minute, you bought Guts, bro. You bought Guts. That's a realistic take on Guts.
Oh no, I think the Guts is the best piece they've ever done, because I have that on order actually too. But the thing with that Guts piece is that the base is like completely different than anything they've ever done.
Yeah, I like it. I love it.
That's what I'm saying. Like They actually went creative with their base. It's not like a basic black square base and that's it, you know. So
yeah, I want to put some word before I leave
sure.
into the license and to custom produce, right? From the artist side, many custom groups are no many license groups are way better in painting,
Mm-hmm.
right, than the custom ones, and that's a real loss because the sculpt can be amazing and the print can be amazing and mold, but the paint ruins everything. Like it
Agreed.
ruins the whole piece, which license factories try to avoid, right? So, in my opinion, this is the part when custom groups should level up. They should find the better painters, make better prototypes, and make the whole series look identical.
No, here's my thing about that, VHN, is I think what happens with custom groups is they don't have the manpower for art directing the paint, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I think if custom, now listen to me, this is just my opinion. Custom groups out there, commissioners out there, you have to be on the factory's toes about the paint, and you got to direct them the way the paint needs to be, and you got to tell them. Don't just say, "Here's my render, make it look like that," because they're gonna do as quick as possible and ship these pieces out as fast as possible so they can get the next product in. So I feel that the sculpting phase needs a director, the painting phase needs a director, and you need someone to deal with QC because I see it too much. I love PCS. I love the owner behind PCS. I think he's a great guy. I haven't talked to him personally, but I've seen him on the streams and stuff. He's awesome. But they seem to have an issue with QC. Same thing with Tweeterhead. They seem to have issues with QC. I have a Tweeterhead. I had 2 Tweeterhead pieces, and I love them to death. But some of them just don't come out right. Hell, Michael Reyes, big fan. He's on the chat. He's got some pieces that he's disappointed in. That RoboCop from PCS that he had, he's so disappointed about that piece. So they have the budget and the people to make sure the paint is accurate, and they still fail from time to time. And custom groups don't have any of it. They just need to implement it, and I believe their pieces will come out better and better.
You know what's funny though, Will? What I was about to say is like I was literally about to bring up these 2 pieces, PCS. So I told you I love the Grundy piece, the custom piece, but the paint job on it is so lacking. But the concept-wise, it's amazing. Like these are very basic pieces, but the paint job-wise, it's so much better than the Grundy. It's a license, obviously. You know, like Chen said, the license companies have the ability to have a better paint job on the finished product, obviously.
I'm not saying that all the groups, all the custom groups has the problem, but most of them.
No, they do. No, I get. No, I know what you're saying for sure. Like, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you, VHN, 100%. I just think that that's the direction they need to go. They need an art director to direct the paint, or a paint director. I recommend Jeffrey Davila. The guy has an eye for painting. He does really great.
Artist.
Come back.
The most thing that the art director should be an artist by himself.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
He has the correct vision, right?
Right. And then with that, and I'm sure you agree, VHN, that if someone's hiring you for a project, they have to have the full concept, what color and paint, and give it to you and say, "This is all I want," and everything's there, so you don't have to work extra hard than what you need. Yeah, I believe and that's what LBS does, right? How many concept arts have we seen, Marcos, from LBS that he keeps sharing and he says not to share and all that stuff, right? Jay, we love JC.
I love Jay.
I've seen stuff that's like 3 years old that hasn't even shown up yet, and he shows the concept because he's ready to go. He has a concept.
Yeah, but there's licensing issues, and then there's issues with the.
My point behind it is he has everything ready for the artist like VHN. He's like, here, this is what I want. This is what I want it to look like.
He's a baseline right here. Do what you can do with this baseline. That's what he really has right now.
And I feel that
that's how he works. At least I don't know about every other company, but he basically has a sketch art. Is like, do what you can do with this, and maybe do your little artist interpretation.
And that way, VHN they'll be like, don't be giving me something at the end, okay? You already gave me the concept. This is what I'm doing. Don't come when I'm done and say I want to switch this over because you already gave me the concept.
Human skin.
Yeah, human skin. I don't know, damn human skin. Okay, so I think that's the direction it goes. I just think outside the box a little bit to make your life as a sculptor easier, right? And I think every commissioner should approach you that way. Here's my full concept. This is exactly what I want. This is what I want it to look like. But in hindsight, sometimes, hey, Random Korea's in the house. Thanks for joining. In hindsight, things change also, right? Licensed pieces do it all the time where they're close to the edge and someone above them is like, we don't like the way this is looking in 3D. We need to change it.
Exactly.
And that does happen as well, right? It does happen.
Yeah.
So
I do want to chime in with that because you got to remember at the end of the day, I agree with everything BHN's saying, but if you know there's differences in 2D and 3D, so if you have a concept, it can be beautiful, but when it's sculpted, it might not translate well.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example, Jim Lee. Everybody tries to do Jim Lee art, or imagine trying to do
It was bad.
Yeah, it's just. But I'm saying you can. It's if you draw it from working with sculptors, they'll tell me you have to understand there's way more aspects than just getting a concept. So sometimes, if you think about something you want, even let's say as an artist, like, hey, I want to see this in 3D form, it does not translate well. So what you have to do is kind of think about, okay, will this sell? If it doesn't, if you don't think it's going to sell, because you should. Now that's one thing he said is I feel like commissioners, some of them should be investors, not commissioners, because they're not good art directors. That's just a fact. But some people also don't know sales and marketing. So you have to know your industry and really know, like, think about, will this sell? And if you see something like, hey, you know what? I don't think that's going to be successful. You need to kind of revamp it a little bit. And I do feel also, if you're going to do this and you want, if commissioners and licensed studios want to see their stuff succeed, they need to take better care of their artists, because the artists are the ones that are doing all the work. And I believe in, like, if it's not for the artists, nobody's making money. So I feel like if you're going to put your artists, like even licensed studios at, Marvel, they'll approve something and then they'll tell you to change it, right? JC had told me that. They'll say, yeah, this is good. And then all of a sudden the sculpt's finished and, oh, no, you got to redo it.
I know.
Well,
I know.
Somebody needs to pay that artist to redo that stuff. Like, to me, that's just my thing. You better incentivize them, because if you do that, they're invested into what you're going to do. That's my thing. It's like a lot of people don't think about, like, use your brain, like, have a long-term sustainable solution so that artists are happy, collectors are happy, everybody's happy. Like, that's how I look at it.
And we didn't get the chance. So, but Lane, I don't believe you have any custom pieces, but is that something that you prefer, that you just like licensed better than customs, or would there potentially be something that interests you in the future?
The answer is I want to say bye, you guys, because I gotta go to work. And
okay.
You're like 13 hours ahead of us, so yeah.
Well, we'll keep doing the hard stuff here for you. You go have fun and work there.
Yeah, you go have.
Good to see you, man.
Hey, so I just want to say, it warms my heart, VHN. Thank you very much for jumping in on us. You're more than welcome anytime to come in. Just let me know. All right, buddy?
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. Peace. Have fun.
Great guy.
All right, going back to you.
Well, I just prefer license for the most part. However, I'm not like, there is no chance I will never ever get, like, because I might commission a custom piece sometime.
There we go. There we go, Lane. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I love it.
Come on, Lane. Let's do it, baby.
I would just make sure I have the right would make sure I confer with Marcos on the, as the cake director.
Yeah, you have to do cake. Yeah.
For me, make sure whether male or female character.
It's got to be at least level.
If I get, like, I want to get King Doomsday or something like that, or get Super Doom back from the day, when Superman became Doomsday.
Lane would know this character. I can't remember this character. I think it was it's a Street Fighter character. He's like split in half. He's got blue and red, and he's got the long blonde hair.
Gil. The main villain, Gil, who is the main villain.
Yeah. I think that's a piece that Aiden would commission, because Gil just wears a thong. And he's
there we go.
Durian, who was
he's like, Lane, we got to do this, Lane. You're gonna have to commission Gil.
Yeah, no, that's not
Marcos in a thong. I will commission.
Whoa, don't put that on me.
No, we're not going to the go blind zone here, okay?
The Chris Farley version of Marcos.
I love Chris Farley. Stop! I need Chris Farley statue right now.
But I just, and it kind of depends too, is because, I know you might say, well, we can get a character for maybe some specific like comic, but like if I'm more of an Alien fan, is there any chance you might be able to get a more specific, like say, comic alien? Like, I don't know, someone did a variation of like the alligator xenomorph that popped out from Alien versus Batman like 30 years ago that we haven't seen, or probably nobody for the most part remembered. Okay, that can be an individual, and even sometimes that we get like the Ahab Predator or something like that Prime One. If I look at, like, as we've discussed, I've been debating getting the dog. There's no way that custom piece is going to top the dog alien just for the detail, the paint, everything like that. Even maybe for the direction for the base and the positioning. Like, it's just the likelihood, unless now that could be changed. You might put you as the commissioner, like if you're the one doing it, like it's a 1 of 1 or something, you might just say, here's $4,000 and go put in whatever has to be done so that can be done as detailed as possible. So, but if it's going to even have 25, 50 made, I don't see that reaching the same level, just because if nothing more budget, in development. And also, they may have years, they may have 2 or 3 years being able to work on it, where, if you're having individual artists, they may have 6 projects that they have to try and within maybe say like a year and a half, they have to try and get design done, and whatever factory is going to make us 30 pieces. And so they're one individual. That doesn't mean they're not going to do a good job, but I'm just saying in comparison. But it also depends what you want. Like, I want more Prime One from DC from Prime One, but it seems like they're going the opposite direction from that.
Right.
Prime One is one of the major, as you guys have seen, like literally almost every piece I have gotten over the last year. Now, it's not a lot. It's only a few pieces, but any of the statues I've gotten over the past year are Prime One. The 2 pre-orders I have right now, which one is not DC, but the 2 pre-orders that I have right now are Prime One. Prime One is right now my favorite company, even if they have some of the.
The only thing I would say to that, and I think Aiden would agree on me, is like, I think once the dog alien is in people's hands, a custom group could potentially do a dog alien and use references off that and make it better, right? So you always, I said it itself, and I say it too. There will always be a better. It just happens because.
Well, the first Prime One dog alien was really thought maybe to be the best looking thing of that. Now it's been a little while since that one came out. Or they redid the big chap. There's always of the most well known, like they're doing like Wolf. We all talked about when Wolf was revealed like several months ago, maybe not even that long. I think 3 months ago. Like, everybody was like, "Oh my god, that is like maybe the best interpretation of the character, maybe one of the best Predators they've just done in general, and maybe what could be their most detailed and biggest line that they've done." However, they did a Wolf before years ago, I think in quarter scale. So they are redoing, not all of them, but they have been redoing some of them. But it just depends, they're customs that I think are on par with, even better than some of the premium formats from Sideshow. Now, Sideshow has, I think, greatly improved over the last several years with their statues.
I don't know, man. I think they have a lot of issues still, man. I'm sorry.
Well, they were talking with the one thing I was bringing up, the Public Enemy, the Eternal Enemy statue, which had all kinds of problems. PCS has really stepped up. I know. I want to transition a little bit because I know we were talking about that a little bit. PCS though, they're one of the few companies that there was actually more companies at SDCC than I thought, even like whether figure or otherwise.
I was surprised too.
The first that some of them like Factory something or Dream Factory something, which I guess normally deals with replicas, which I didn't even know that the company existed with those. But like they're doing like Apollo and Starbuck from the original Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Now the facial sculpts, they kind of reminded me more of like what Exo 6 level is kind of doing, where they can be very good, very missed. But I saw they were also doing like a replica of the big Viper helmet and stuff, like actually from the show you could get, which is more in their general thing. They're doing a strike, the ship, the enemy ship from Picard season 3,
Right.
and whatever the Federation, like replicas of those, if they were done models like in the old style of how they would do like back in original Star Trek Next Generation and stuff. But anyway, PCS has had a lot of issues. Like think about we've been talking a lot about the Supercraft Morrigan. Let's not forget. I know we're all like in love with that, but let's not forget there is a 1/3 Morrigan that Noah recently got that is a third scale.
Yes.
And a really good.
Yeah, it's PCS. I think the one that's been kind of dominating when it comes to Morgan is the Snake Eyes. They did the player 1, player 2. I know somebody that has both of them. That Morgan has been dominating until now. So I don't know. I mean, these are 1/3, and I like the Supercraft. I do like the Prime 1, but I'm not a base type of guy. Mr. Popo's in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for jumping in.
Popo's a good friend.
Marcos, go ahead, man. If let's talk about some San Diego Comic-Con. I did have a concept I wanted to show.
Let's say this weekend was bringing some stuff, man, because like I know people want to hear our mainly Aiden's opinions, obviously, because Aiden.
Well, I want to show a teaser here real quick. It'll be another custom teaser, licensed teaser. It's Noel from this Venom project that's coming out. I think at the end of this month I'll be doing. I already did the video. I don't have the renders, but I just want to show the pictures just so you guys can see it, the details. I really want to get that going. If I can pop it up here, there it is. Just want you guys to look at it. And this is sculpted by Akshay. I just wanted to show all the details.
Who's this character again? I forgot his name.
This is Noel from Venom.
Yeah. And this should have been. I hate Jared Leto, but if there's one Jared Leto character, this should have been him.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I'm always right. No, I'm always right. Right.
So just for the people to know,
always something on a small list.
So actually, he's been working on this. That's the name of the artist. I like the slit throat, the skin texture. Remember, this is poly paints, not rendered. And just based off what I see here, it's fantastic. I cannot wait to see this fully rendered. Look at the damage on the armor, the indentations, the cracks, the lineage. Hell, even say that again.
This looks like Null, the god of.
It is Null. It is Null.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. This is like the only character here
that looks like Null.
I'm saying, this is the only character that Jared Leto should ever play, because I think Jared Leto is one of the worst actors in Hollywood, but he keeps.
Oh, he's horrible, dude.
Oh man,
look-wise, he actually does look like Null.
He's going to be the lead in Tron 3.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I'm happy that's happening because Tron is such a dead IP that they keep making movies for some fucking reason. I don't know why, but let this last movie
Disneyland's got a ride. It ain't dead yet. Disneyland's got a ride.
Let this movie be the last run. It's over. It's over. Like dead.
Marco seems to like to say everything that I really like is dead, and I'm just like Marco.
Dealers are dead.
I'm always right. Lane.
You try to be like the Red Witch from freaking Game of Thrones, pointing us, saying this is the way everything burns.
Wizard. Red Wizard. That's not like KKK, no, right?
And everything, and it's just like, unfortunately, you keep leading us down the wrong alley most of the time.
Okay, you can say what you want, but I'm just saying, like, at the same time, Jared Leto is a horrible actor, but at the same time,
he's not. I would rather pick up, being that I really like Tron Legacy. I'm like, okay, what happened with Flynn's son? Like, you left off.
Like, Lane, let's be real. If this movie flops, which it will flop,
it's coming out in October.
Let's kill the Tron fucking franchise. It's over. Done. It was cool back in 1970 because the visuals were ahead of its time.
He's talking to a guy who just 2 weeks ago was playing the Tron 2.0 game.
I'm just saying, Lane, like, it's over.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what it is, guys, you know what it is though, right? Like, let's face it, Hollywood needs to stop casting top celebrities. They need to find people who can act.
Jared Leto is not a top celebrity either. But
No, but you know what I mean. Like,
No, he's been a very talented actor for a long time, but he's also like 50 years old.
he had
Morbius
movie. He had one good movie. That's it.
Morbius.
Whoa, stop with the Morbius. Stop.
all right.
He was also in like.
Hey, let me tell you something. Morbius would have been badass if he was fighting against Blade. Okay, that would have been a good.
Blade.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would have been way good.
Morbius back when he was in his 20s or something, and was in Blade 3 as Morbius versus.
But the thing is, like, fucking.
And Wesley Snipes actually gave a crap what was actually happening.
Well, you know
The
what?
MCU
Like,
did not get a Blade movie out there, bro. It's been like 10 years. They still have not got a Blade movie out there.
They need to replace Mark. Let me ask you guys, because just real quick here, since that Blade movie they announced for the MCU version, Mahershala Ali's like over 50 now. He's too old.
Yeah, he's
like
sort of at 40. He was like 40 years old.
Yeah, he's 50. He's over 50 now.
Yeah, now he's 50. Yeah, it's been 10 years. He was 40. It's been 50.
It was announced back in 2019, but still, he was already everybody's saying he was old because you want the actor to be able to play the character for like 10 years in real time, maybe even 13 years.
Yeah.
The franchise is running.
Yeah,
but if you guys could picture a younger actor, where let's say like now I'm talking at least after Secret Wars, where they reboot
it. What's up, man?
Blade 1 and 2 are my favorite Marvel movies of all time.
Blade 2 is one of the best movies of all time. Honestly, it really is.
It's because of Wesley Snipes. Like, Wesley, he had the demeanor that you believed him, right? It's almost like
he had the physical ability to do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The good thing for Blade wasn't and this is true somewhat, and this is true somewhat for even like why Chris Evans, why we had Robert Downey Jr. was able to work with Tony Stark.
Yeah, he was perfect.
But there were some basic traits of the character, but the actor could still kind of had to bring the character out. They kept it straight. Wesley Snipes was the thing is because Blade was especially when he was made. Like I knew Blade hunted vampires. That's like I knew him from the 90s, Spider-Man series, pretty much. That was the only Blade I knew. But Wesley Snipes was mostly being Wesley Snipes, but there was at least enough of the like he was so charismatic in the part where Blade since that has basically been Wesley Snipes' Blade. Like he's been that version of him since then. Because Hollywood, comics will do that a lot. Have been doing that since the last 30 years. Yeah. That they'll make the characters kind of look like or resemble more, like even they tried to do with the son of Nick Fury. But if you guys could, who do you think could be a good actor? Maybe who would have to still be a little bit younger, because I would be saying it'd be after the reboot. So you're talking 2028, 2029.
Boy.
So we definitely cannot be Mahershala Ali because he'll be like 55.
He's damn near fucking 60 at this point. God damn.
Yeah, no, it has to be.
And I still think even if they had gotten out of the ground where it came out in 2022 or something.
I mean, hear me out, Lane. Hear me out. Just because the vampire movie just came out with him in it, Michael B. Jordan.
But by the time we get to
that, and you're a hater, so stop. At the same time,
is not.
I'm surprised Marcos used someone with the last name Jordan in it.
He's the real MJ. He's the real MJ, baby.
Jordan.
Yeah,
No, but I think if you're going for younger Blade, I think first off, I think Mahershala Ali is actually a really good Blade. We obviously just
he would have been perfect in the role.
I was saying 10 years ago when he got announced, awesome. But it's been 10 years.
If he had been announced maybe 10 years ago when
that's what I'm saying. He's 45 now. Like, my God, dude, like did he get a movie out? But then,
hey, let's just keep it real, okay? If Hugh Jackman could keep doing Wolverine, I think he could do Blade. Let's just let it happen. Okay.
White Blade.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Hey, my bad. I messed up, guys. I messed up. Everybody stop.
Already 51. He's 51 now.
I
Yeah,
messed
but
up.
Hugh Jackman's like
I messed
80,
up,
so
guys.
who cares?
I messed up. The perfect blade will be Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mario to get canceled.
Oh man, I love that. I love that, Marco.
I do have a good joke.
The reason I was even thinking of Blade was because remember we were talking some of the PCS stuff earlier because they put out a Blade that was based off the Midnight Suns version of it.
Yeah.
But was basically Wesley Snipes' Blade. That's what was making me think. Like it was literally as close as you could get to being Wesley Snipes as Blade without maybe making it 3% off.
Hold up. Hey, thank you. Aiden, you were against the real MJ take. Who would you want as as Blade?
Blade, dude. You know what? I think it has to be somebody who's not already like a known actor. I do. I feel like they're gonna have to find somebody that's just a good actor.
When they hit the reset,
what black actor?
When they hit the reset,
bro.
You know they were not racist.
Hey, Marco, why does Blade gotta be black? Okay, the Little Mermaid was white and she became black. Why is Blade gotta be black?
It does not go the other way around. Okay, redheads.
No, it goes only one way with this.
That's bullshit.
But I mean, because someone, because I do get bothered sometimes when there's like a race swap like that. But someone said, "Hey, what is one of your favorite movies?" I go, "Oh, like now I'm selling Jesus, Lawrence of Arabia. That's one of my favorite movies ever. Considered one of the greatest movies." He's like, "You do remember Obi-Wan Kenobi played a Arabian prince in that, right?"
Ooh.
Like, because he was the guy Faisal who eventually founded Saudi Arabia. And I was like, yes, I'm aware Hollywood was very. He's like, you do remember like one time the guy from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Angel Eyes. You realize he did play like an American Indian at one point, like an Apache or something like that.
Yeah.
Because
Elizabeth Taylor played what's her name?
Cleopatra.
Yeah, Cleopatra.
Yeah, but she was Greek at least.
Yeah,
like
she was close. It was close enough.
By like 10 generations.
Low key, she is like Wayne said, she's like Mesopotamian or whatever it is,
No, she was. Yeah, but she was Greek. She was.
100%. Regardless, you still haven't said it, bro. What black actor would you say that's
why there's allowed to go one way or the other? Because there is a long history of like, white dudes playing Hispanic people.
Yeah, that's true.
We had Ben Kingsley playing fucking Gandhi, bro. Let's be real here. So like, but we did have to go the 100% opposite way. We switch redheads for black people. So,
but you know what? Like Wesley's such a good dude. I love Wesley in New Jack City. Like I've been a fan of his before Blade, so that it hits different, right? When you
he was the perfect Blade for sure. But hey, just be fucking honest. Who would you want right now?
Out of the known actors?
Yeah. You gotta sell tickets. You gotta get a known actor.
Okay, yeah.
That's easy. LeBron's son. We'll just have him.
Oh.
Money? No shit.
Oh. I'll take Michael B. Jordan. If you gotta sell tickets, yeah.
Oh! I said Michael B. Jordan. Aiden's like, whoa!
No, wait, Marcos. You said to sell tickets. So to sell tickets, you gotta do that. That's like if you're gonna do a Black Superman, it's gotta be Michael B. Jordan. You know that.
What movies are not gonna sell tickets? Fantastic Four. I get you, Aiden. I get it. So, but goddamn.
Where did Lane go?
He's having issues with it. Question. Benjamin Perez. Question, guys. I'm new to the statue collecting and have been wondering how and where do I get these custom pieces? If you can follow Aiden at A+. You can follow me at ASVCollectibles. You can send us a friend request. We'll accept you, and then we'll let you know how to navigate the black market.
You can message him too. We all have.
Yeah, you can message Marcos too. All of us, we have directions towards that. So Benjamin, come on down to Facebook. Join our groups.
Definitely, custom groups are definitely a little bit harder to get into for sure sometimes. So yeah, I get it. It's a good question, honestly. So.
Yeah. Especially if you're new to the custom game, there are groups to be aware of. Like, don't trust every single custom group you see. and Aiden, myself, Marcos, we're very in tune in the custom community, and we will steer you in the right direction. So just send us a PM, man. Message us. We're there. So we'll give you a hand. Anybody else watching it? Anybody else on YouTube watching it? And you want more information? Just shoot me a message, and I'll help you guide you the best as possible I can to the right people to pick up certain pieces. So there are legit groups out there, and there are some groups that are not so legit, unfortunately. But that goes with anything you're going to collect. So no problem. We're here to help you out, man. No problem. We didn't lose Mr. Legend Lane, but we might get Mr. Jimmy from Godlike to jump on. Let's keep the shenanigans going. I know we're at the 2-hour mark, but we're having a good time, so we're going to stick around a little bit longer.
Yeah, keep going.
Let's see. So Marcos, go ahead and drop that the San Diego stuff. I know you wanted to talk about the.
I just it's right. It's brand new. All this stuff. So let's do it, man. Like at this point, I know you're Mr. Custom guy, but at the same time, let's get some.
Oh no, we're not custom. We're not only. Hey, you know what though? I did like the Devastator from.
Yeah. I saw your comment, Aiden. Remember that?
You know what?
So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying this PCS right now, the old booth, the Raphael. First off, I'm so annoyed that I don't know why I get annoyed by this, but like when they teased this before the San Diego Comic-Con, they're like 1/2 scale, and they showed the movie, like the signal, you know what I'm saying? Like people are like, what is this, like 1/2 scale in the same Raphael? I'm like, are you guys like fucking retarded? Like just look at this fucking logo. It's the movie one. So I don't know why. That pissed me off. People need to be a decent bit smarter. I'm not smart. I'm a retard. So, like, if I can figure it out, you should 100% figure it out.
Stanley, just to answer Stanley real quick, Roger and Freddie have wife tax and other things to do, so they weren't able to join us this evening. So
we love Roger and Freddie, and we love Jimmy. And Jimmy just joined in, so there we go.
There he is, man.
There we go.
Godlike in the house. Yep. Let's keep subscribing to Godlike, man. They're already what are you at? 23,000 now, Jimmy?
We're at 24,100.
There you go, man. So beautiful thing, Jimmy. I know you were talking to Sideshow on your stream today a little bit earlier than us. We'll get to that, but Marco, let's talk about San Diego. I do love that Chung Li. I think 1/3 probably be too much for me.
That one, but so the Raphael, it's a 1/2 scale movie version. You got the 1-to-1, like I guess movie prop. You could say that Shredder, like the mask. Which I'm not a big movie prop person. I know Alan Kiefer, our good friend, he's been getting more and more into movie props, which is good. Yeah. Chun-Li, like you said, there's 3 options. There's the blue version, the black version, and there's a what's the other version? God, I'm blanking out for some reason. It'll probably show up.
Is there a jumpsuit version? The jumpsuit?
I don't know.
There's Street Fighter Alpha jumpsuit, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really ever seen the two out. The two.
There's the Street Fighter 5, the era, and the black gown, and Street Fighter 2, in the blue, and then there's Street Fighter Alpha, and the blue jumpsuit.
The jumpsuit, yeah. I like the jumpsuit. That's probably by far my favorite game is Street Fighter Alpha 2. I loved it. Played it in arcades.
Me too, I loved it.
I was growing up. It's by far my favorite. Everything else is great. And then what's that 1/2 scale Elvira behind her?
No, that's what's it called?
Vampirella.
Yeah, there it is. What do you guys think about this 1-to-1 prop, real quick? Though I don't know the Shredder. I'm not picking the props.
I like it. It's very nostalgic for me.
Lane was all into it, so
Yeah. I think Freddie, myself, pretty much anybody on the panel that's over 30 will love this. Okay, I'm just saying it's very nostalgic.
So Chun-Li with the black version, and then obviously Jimmy. I know Jimmy showed some interest in this right here.
I did.
It does look good. For me, I think if there's more pictures of it, I think look the Palpatine looks amazing. That blue flame. But I do think this piece is 100%, which I hate about light-up features. It's 100% dependent on the light-up feature. I think without the light-up feature, it does not look good. So, but it looks amazing.
I'm not gonna agree with you on that.
I could be wrong, but I'm always right. I'm always right, but I could be wrong.
I think that looks freaking amazing. I had to
No,
post.
a lot of it's awesome. Look at this. I love the Palpatine. The Palpatine blue, like right here.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got to say though, just real quick, I feel like we've gotten a certain individual who joined us, and I feel like we should be hitting like a choir, just like a Christian back in the day when he would come out. Except we have just like Jimmy,
Yeah, right.
Jimmy.
So Marcos, you gonna pick up that Deadpool you just teased?
I want to show. I want to hear everybody's opinions about this piece first, and then we're talking about the Deadpool.
So my opinion, honestly, I know I might get hate for it. My hot take: I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I loved the original 3 growing up. I loved the original 3 growing up, but during that time, I was just stuck on X-Force, X-Men, Marvel until I got a little bit older, and then I figured out what women and girls were, and I kind of stopped everything. And
Natalie Portman, baby, let's go.
I mean, Selma Hayek, Angelina Jolie. I mean, you can name it. We can name a bunch. Mrs. Pfeiffer herself. So, but I do love this piece. I think it's an awesome piece. I love the way they did the lighting. I love the way they implemented almost everything on there. Could there be other characters? There could be, but I think this is mainly based on
the only character. Yeah, the only character I think you needed on this was the young Episode 1 Anakin, because this is a Darth Vader piece, obviously. So
right. So
Anakin kid conversion. That's all.
Right.
That's all.
So something like that, I would see. I don't remember seeing it without the light up, but I did watch this video and I was like, that's a pretty dope piece. And like I said, I'm not the biggest fan, but it makes me want to pick it up if I were doing just pretty.
It is busy though. I would agree that
so
cool. People say that it does feel a little busy.
Hulk Smash is in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for joining, brother.
But
so,
Lane,
yeah.
I get the point, but at the same time, the only issue I have with this really at this point is that without the light up feature, it does not look as good as it with the light up feature, which I always say with the light up feature, it should look as good without it and then with it, so.
Yeah.
I mean, but that goes the same for Sideshow's Ghost Rider, right?
100%. I'm with that 100%. And I know Jimmy has it, but the Queen Studios 1/3 Mark 7 Iron Man. Without the light up feature, it does not look as good, but with light up feature, it looks amazing. So like that's the thing with light up features. You have to have a piece that is not dependent on the light up, because there is going to be one day it will go out. How quick it will go out.
Yeah.
So, but like this looks awesome right here with it lit up. Looks dope.
That looks really good.
Yeah,
honestly,
awesome.
it gives that ghost effect. I like that.
100%. It looks awesome. And then look, a TIE fighter, a fucking X-wing right there.
Yeah,
and
they
then obviously, I wish you could see more, but there's Darth Vader.
What was that? What was that, Lane?
No, I'm saying the Anakin, because Marcos was getting verbal diarrhea there for a second. Anakin and Obi-Wan, their big duel. I'm going to disagree with Marcos with light up feature. I don't think you need them on. They can look good. My Hellbat has light up feature. I never use it, and I think it looks just as good with the flame effect.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying a piece should look as good without the light up, with the light up. At the same time, I'm saying this piece without the light up does not look good, in my opinion.
Well, Taylor here said it best. Is like he just wishes easier to replace the light up feature when they burn out.
Yeah.
He's correct, right? That's the only problem with the light up feature. Like this Brainiac right here, you don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean?
But that was my whole point, though, Lane. It's like with every piece that has a light up, a big light up feature like this, it has to look as good or maybe better without the light up, and then when it lights up, it should be
without it on. I've seen pictures of it without it on. I think it looks fantastic.
Like I said, my opinion is that it doesn't look as good. So I think it looks pretty bad. But with the light up, though, it looks fucking dope. Like this looks awesome, 100% with the light up on.
That's why you have always the LeBron takes.
And I'm always right, so it's all good.
Oh God, here we go. The only thing that I did. Taylor, you're right. They should design it to where you could switch out the bulbs, but the problem is it's most likely LED, so that'd be very difficult to do.
You can't do it. It's too much.
Hey, I like this, it could be worse. You guys could be getting hot toys, and they could be sticking in your Iron Man those little,
There we go.
like little batteries that last. That the lighting in the figure goes out after about like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So it could always be worse.
I mean, and I think that's why Marcos brings up the point is if it does go out, it still looks good without the light. And it makes sense. And I agree with you on that. That's probably the only thing I'm agree with you on. But I do agree with you.
Let me say, Deadpool wise, I think I hate the Deadpool Corp. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. But it's on the base. It is what it is. I think the head, like the bust part, actually looks good. Like the eye part, like the details on it, and then the details on the mask, it would look really good. I'm gonna get this piece because I'm a fucking sucker for Deadpool. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm a fucking idiot, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get this piece. But is it the best bust I've seen from Deadpool? No, but I do like it a lot.
Iron Kite is a really good one, right?
What's up?
Iron Kite.
My god, dude, that piece! Like, fuck that company for not coming out with that piece.
Yeah, with the apple on his head or something.
Yeah,
that piece was amazing. I remember when I started.
It was so good.
Yeah, when I started collecting this hobby, it was that and the Wolverine that I was like, whoa.
Yes, the Wolverine
was good too. Yeah, it was very good.
It was so good, and the Iron Kite one was so awesome because it had a good base, like the storytelling base, obviously. It had like the comic book in the back part, bloody, like it had like bloody tendrils around the whole base. That piece was like, oh my god, like Aiden or Will, get that fucking concept. Get someone to fucking make it. I want to customize. I would buy it.
We'll try to find who's the Iron Kite guy, and they have the file.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that piece was like the bust I wanted 100%. That piece was awesome, dude. This piece though is good. I think it's overpriced for what it is. It's only 17 inches tall, so this at $1,400 is, for my opinion, pretty ridiculous. I don't know. But I think the details in the mask actually look really good, though. It's a really good piece in that part. It's like I have the Deadpool 1/3 PCS right there, and I think it's my second best Deadpool piece I have detail wise and paint job wise. So they know PCS definitely knows how to do Deadpool and painting and detail for sure. They just gotta.
Oh yeah, they do. I had their Venom pool. That Venom pool was.
Yeah. Oh, awesome piece. 100%. They know. That's why they keep coming out with Deadpool pieces. They know what they're doing with Deadpool for sure. It just like this piece a little bit more expensive than it should have been, and obviously it is what it is. But for sure, I think solid, very good piece. I will get this, so it's not like a win. It's more about a win, not if.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming home.
Yeah. The only thing I see that they kind of went downhill a little bit is that Vampirella, that half scale Vampirella. I'm sorry, man. They did great. They did great with the Trinity. I think that looks pretty decent. But that half scale Vampirella they did is not. It's not.
You guys
working.
keep saying that, but I feel opposite. Like I love the portrait, and I love obviously the peach, and I like her anatomy a lot. I just think her hair was too high up. That was it. But in the base could have more detail. But you're at a half scale, so you can't get that intricate like you can on a quarter scale. So I see what they were going for. I actually like it a lot. Just shorten the head. I see what they're doing. I think it looks really good.
I feel like their first two was better. I think they should have went that route. I personally think. I don't know. I gotta get better image. I gotta get closer to it. I mean, I just kind of saw it from the San Diego thing, and I'm like, maybe it's a camera angle that's throwing me off because I haven't seen like really up close pictures of the portraits and stuff. Eventually, it will come out, and we'll be able to see that. But from what I'm seeing, and I'm a big Vampirella fan, I got a bunch of Vampirella trading cards. Like that was something I collected in the '90s. Yeah. I got a bunch of that stuff. Aiden, I think I showed you pictures of all that stuff.
Yeah. You got
so I'm very.
So yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So I'm very particular when it comes to Vampirella and the look, especially because that was kind of my thing. Now there's a custom group doing a Vampirella that, let me tell you, that thing's on point, and it's still poly paint. It's in the works. So we'll see. We lost Marcos, but like his images keep showing. There's that Carnage bust, Punisher. There he is. He keeps. Yeah.
The Devastator looks crazy.
Do you
Do you remember?
I was telling you,
It is
There you go.
Gargoyle piece. This is the first time they're showing like Hudson and stuff as part of that.
Right.
Do you guys remember in the 80s we had
Now,
those
this Vampirella, one of the problems for it is like going against one of the last big pieces was that Prime One third scale of her sitting on like kind of the couch with all that detail stuff.
Yeah.
Like this one, I mean, from this, I can definitely see why people might buy it, but there's also like you can get that if you're going for a really overly sexy Vampirella that is that quarter scale with the other like junior lady vampires.
Right.
Now that one I think is way like that one is super risque even compared to this one. Mm-hmm. There's nothing about this Vampirella that I just go, other than making Conan look really small there.
Yeah.
Like that's a weird combination there.
Yeah.
But there's nothing about it that really makes me go, oh, this is a piece I need to grab of the character.
Right.
I'm not like, I don't want to say like, oh my God, this is the worst because I'm disappointed.
Right.
I'm disappointed that they did not have the grid alien. That was the one I really wanted to see how that half scale grid alien looked.
Right.
From Alien versus Predator. I love I love the grid alien, considering that alien.
That is true.
Took out two
they teased that a long time. Yeah. They teased the Predator a long time ago.
Yeah, but they teased that one was coming soon. I want to see that one and try and see what is the actual height dimensions, because is Jimmy and stuff being someone who's getting the dog alien and everything. I'm wondering size wise, how does this quote?
Well, they said it's going to be half scale. I know that for sure.
Well, I know, but it's half scale. How does that size wise total height?
It won't match up with the 1/3. It won't not match up with the 1/3 dog alien or anything. Because the half scale Conan is like 45 inches tall. It's
and the dog alien
bigger than that. So
and the dog alien's 43 or 44.
No, but that's because the tail is so long. It's not because the character is gigantic. It's just the tail.
Right. Yeah.
It won't match up at all. So I wouldn't like wait on that at all. What PCS is doing in the half scale. The half scale is gonna be the half scale line. It's gonna become. It won't match up.
The main alien from AVP that I wait for would be the Predator. Like that's my that is like probably my.
I would just for me. I was gonna say is like. If you're waiting on dog alien and you're trying to get a Predator piece to match it, just wait on the Predator Prime One piece because it'll match that. Because like the half scale is gonna be ginormous compared to the dog alien. Dog alien will look like that Conan. You know what I'm saying? Like that Conan one.
No, it's not gonna look that different in size, Mike.
It will. It will, man. I'm telling you, because that tail was just so fucking tall, dude. Like that's all that dog alien is really just tail heavy.
Yeah, it's all tail. Yeah.
But even remember, this is XL, so these are even bigger than regular third scale.
I know it's XL. I'm saying, but that tail is really like
38 inches tall or 39 inches tall, something like that.
Cut the tail in half. It's probably 35 inches tall. Get the tail, it's 43. So like the tail is super heavy in that piece. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Well, but if you want to try to match up a half scale PCS piece Predator in that, like
I mean, I just that's the one piece I want to see here. I would probably say of PCS stuff for me. I like the Chun-Li's. I'm kind of surprised they just had 2 of the 3 there, actually at the event. But when I first saw they were having something from Shredder, I was like, "What? We're doing some like other? You guys just did a concept Shredder, as part of the third scale line." So. But
I'm just surprised that there's 3 half scales in the same character and 3 different outfits. Like half scale doesn't sell super well, and 3 different outfits of the same character.
It took a long time to get their Akuma.
Oh man, I don't know how well it's going to sell, but they do some weird things at PCS. Hopefully they're doing well money wise.
But that Shredder from first, I thought that was Super Shredder for a minute.
Oh yeah,
the one that we're facing right now. That helmet I love, just with all the razor. As much as the first one is the more iconic look, I love with all the extra detail and stuff and like the rim around the helmet and everything with this version, which I think I don't think that's Super Shredder. I think that like Kevin Nash was wearing, but I think that's his helmet from before he was me. But I'm not 100%. It's been like 25 years since I saw it, 27 years
What do you think, Jimmy? What do you think of all the PCS stuff? What do you think stood out the most?
Oh, for me,
Jimmy.
So I'm looking at these, and I mean, if you're a fan of the Gargoyle series, I think, man, that is something super on point with the sculpt. When you look at some of these pieces and like the paint job and what they've done, I think that they nail this. PCS, what they do really well is when it comes to like animation type characters, the portraits are usually extremely close.
Yep.
When it comes to more of a like a real person, I think they're about maybe 85%, in that factor. I think they're getting better at it. You look at Chun-Li, someone that studied this character for years and years and years. Everything's on point. I think the face sculpt could be a little bit better. But I think this piece right here, the one that stood out to me, this one and the Darth Vader diorama were ones that I really love. I'm not getting this one, but the Darth Vader dio, man, I'm thinking about that. I don't know what I would do, but it'd be nice to have it because I have the Anakin Skywalker 1/4 scale from Blitzway. I have it on pre-order, and I thought that would be a really nice pair with this. Even when you look at this, if you look at the Emperor's face, it's not quite right. It's not quite where it should be, but it's supposed to be a hologram too, Jimmy. So you kind of have to you gotta have to tell yourself that when you're looking at these pieces. But I think it looks great.
Like I said, I think they missed out on the kid Anakin, like get his whole life, kid, episode 1, 3, episode 4, 5, 6. Like I think they missed out on getting the kid in episode 1.
I think the new Boba Fett one is going to have more. It has this Boba Fett as a young child holding Jango's helmet, and stuff. It looks really cool.
Yeah, but just remember, Marcos, this is Darth Vader. So so thematically, it makes sense that Anakin is not on here.
Yes.
But the argument is,
the whole
argument is.
Let me finish my point. Because when you may see the only prequel thing you see is the duel, and he is Darth Vader at that point in the story. He is called and named Darth Vader already in the movie before the duel happens. So that is him full dark side. That is him as a Sith, Darth Vader, even though he's not the monster, Robo monster. You know what I mean? So that fits thematically. This is just Darth Vader, not Anakin Skywalker. Remember, they're kind of two separate people.
Yeah, I get it for sure. But there is an Anakin Skywalker that's a human form for sure. Like that is Darth Vader, you could say. And I just think the whole piece should have been that whole Anakin Darth Vader piece. I get your point though, 100%. I'm not going to argue that. I just think that in the back part, you don't have to have it in the front, having the back part. Him on what's it called Tatooine. Like just sand everywhere. A little bit. It would have been a cool piece. His whole life. I don't know. That's just me.
I know. I don't think you're wrong if they had done it like total Anakin with Darth Vader. I get thematically why he does not.
No, I said that's why I said I'm not going to argue because you actually made a good point. So honestly, but I think
wow, I'm impressed. He's not going to argue. Oh, Jesus.
No, I'm just saying it wasn't a bad point. I'm just saying it would have been better in my opinion to have a full Anakin piece, and because Anakin is obviously Darth Vader, So
yeah, I'm not. I don't think you're necessarily wrong with that.
Yeah,
thought processing just. For what they decided to do for it, I was like, because at first I was wondering the same thing when they first showed this piece. I'm like, why isn't there at least even kind of like a ghostly image maybe thrown in of like young Anakin, and then maybe Attack of the Clones, like Padawan. Anakin.
Yeah, it's like my thing is like the whole Anakin story is like episode 2, he kills the whole fucking the whole colony of what's called I'm blanking on the name. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, he obviously was Darth Vader like the whole time. It just
Well, but I mean, he wasn't named till the Emperor. But I get why because I had someone ask me why did the duel because he's Anakin, and the entire rest of this is original trilogy stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I had to sit there and look at it for thinking about it. I'm like, well, remember he was named Darth Vader, and he is Darth. Like he's fully the Darth. Like he's fully the Sith Lord when he duels Anakin. That's like when he duels Obi-Wan.
After he kills Mace Windu, he's like, "You are now Darth Vader."
There'll be, but just like it's this kind of duel. It's almost the start of and during this duel where he fully becomes like, because part of what drives him over the edge is the hate of Obi-Wan Kenobi, so that's when he fully like kind of becomes the Sith. But but hey, that could be something for the future. That's one of the things we have to keep in mind. They may always have another plan for someone. Were you guys at all, Jimmy, Aiden, maybe a little disappointed that they brought the regular edition of Darth Maul, but didn't bring the silicone version?
Yeah, I wanted to see both, but I mean, you notice one Chun-Li was missing too, right? I mean, it's possible that one maybe came in damaged or wasn't ready quite yet. I mean, I'm not sure, but they couldn't get it there. But I would like to see that one as well.
I just think that at least having that one showing off, because that one is still available for pre-order, or maybe having one of the versions of the Emperor there. Yeah. Now they may have wanted to show off more of, but those are two items like up for pre-order that are recent that it could help maybe drive some pre-orders for them. I mean, where they have, I don't know, the Punisher here, where that one has been available for a little while.
Well, this one right here is up Aiden's alley. Well, besides that Punisher was that Silver Surfer right there. Aiden's
I was about to ask you guys, what do you guys think about the paint job? For me, I think it looks busy, man, because it's so goddamn crummy.
I think life is, man.
Well, let's since Aiden's been reading this since he was a kid. What do you think about this surfer? I know you got a big opinion about surfers.
No, I like what he's doing. Ant he's got like the best concept artist behind him. It's more of the decision of the paint. So number one, I wouldn't go this chrome because you lose.
I knew it.
Too much. But it's the size. It's not. If it was quarter scale with maybe like a black hole behind it, like right, you got the contrast, but you're missing everything in the main. If you're going a museum pose, the main part of the museum is the anatomy. You lose everything. So why would you do that with a silver backboard? And then do you see what they put this thing behind him, like this gold thing, and then they spray paint the base. It's all like the same. It's all like metallic glittery type thing going on. It's like there's no natural earthy elements to it that you lose. You lose everything. It looks like bling bling.
I don't think they should have electroplated this thing. They shouldn't have done that.
No, absolutely not. Not that size.
So, Aiden, did you catch on the Hulk? Like the dial bust surfer on there is more of a flatter paint. It doesn't look as chromed out. And I was talking to a master painter. This guy, he specializes in Silver Surfer. That's what he does.
Yes.
And I was talking to him about a paint job for Silver Surfer, and he said, "Well, Jimmy, it's not the Chrome Surfer; it's the Silver Surfer.
Silver.
So this is why I think it looks better this way." And this guy does an amazing job with Surfer. But I have seen this character in this type of chrome as well, and other paint jobs. What I prefer is more of a flatter silver paint. Even maybe some purples into it and different things, but I love the concept. I'm just not crazy about the paint job.
Right.
Well, the concept is still too busy. Like I would remove the back piece. And the thing is, there's no separation. If you zoom down, I don't know if you have a picture of the full thing. It's too much of a lot of the same. You know what I'm saying? Like you got even the mace. I messaged Ant. I said, bro, you should make that mace. It's more of a copper color in the comics. Make the base more of a natural. Don't make it metallic at all. Make it more of like a natural sand color. And the sub base, the platform, make it darker and don't make it so metallic. Make it like weathered metal. Like
Right.
you don't have everything so shiny. And
So, and Aiden, if I'm not mistaken, in the comic, doesn't he use the surfboard as a shield? Like
He
his as a
does.
shield?
He does.
Okay. That may be another
To an
nice.
extent, to an extent, sure.
Yeah, but I do think when you have a big character, like it's just the size, right? It all depends on the concept and the size. This size, you're supposed to have his anatomy. You're supposed to because Silver Surfer and Venom are two characters that is all anatomy and aesthetics. You lose everything in this concept, and I get what Ant's doing, but I feel like he could adjust it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just
no. I think you're right. I think that with this type of paint job of chrome, it kind of gets lost. You know, and
look at it right now. It looks like 6 different colors. You know.
What is?
It's 6 different colors, like 6 different fake rings that Jordan has. You know, right, Aiden?
Who knows? Maybe they'll redo that.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's like, for me, same thing you guys said is like it's so chromy that you lose the whole piece right now. Like right now, you see like 16 different things right now in that whole piece, just in the Silver Surfer part.
And you don't know what you're looking at. You do not know.
I don't know what I'm looking at. Dude, I'm drunk already. But like, goddamn, like I'm blind as a bat right now with this piece. Like it's shining, you know, in my eyes. Like, god damn. But
so yeah, I just saw this today, Taylor. Yeah, it's
I saw that.
Planet She-Hulk. Yeah, comic run. So
yes?
Yeah, that's I haven't read it yet, but I saw like an image of her sitting on the throne. So that's kind of cool. So I'm excited to actually read it.
I don't know if you guys can see this, like how close it was.
I have my custom She-Hulk down here at the bottom, so it'd be interesting to read that piece.
But Aiden, comic guys, what do you guys think about this Punisher? For me, I think the base is very lacking, 100%. And then I think there's some cool aspects about this Punisher, but overall, I think it's a miss.
Honestly, in my opinion, I think it's a miss, and I like the Sideshow one, and that's a lot saying. I used to own the Sideshow one with the smoking gun, the bat, Kingpin's cane on the stairs. I really did like that piece, but a buddy of mine was collecting all Punisher and stuff, so I sold it to him. Yeah. I was actually getting excited for this piece until I saw it, and it's not for me.
Yeah, it's not for me. I'm not a big Punisher fan either, so it worked regardless. It wouldn't have been for me, but for me, I think it's artistic-wise, I think it's okay. The base definitely needs a lot of improvement. I think for me,
there's no real. It doesn't seem like there's any story behind the base. At least the Sideshow piece had a story behind the base.
I would say, man, I'm 100% just because of J&M at LBS. I'm 100% in the asset that like if you're doing museum, the base needs to have a storytelling element. 100%.
Sure.
Like I'm over. Unless if it's like a J&D piece with like super realistic, silicone, rooted hair, blah blah blah. The base, if it's a museum, the piece of museum, the base has to have very good assets on it. It can't just be like.
Which they even like on some of their Star Wars ones, like the mall. We were seeing earlier, where they had some scenes from the movie. So there's them storytelling around the character.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I'm over. I'm and 1/3 is the only like scale I would do like really like museum on. I know 1/4 I have some customs like that, but for me, I think museum is 1/3 and up, and it has to have a very detailed base. I think I'm so over the basic base on 1/3 museum, unless if it's a J&D piece, super realistic. The money's going other places other than the base, but yeah. I got you, Will. What you just said. Let me get it real quick. Will, you actually probably be surprised about my opinion about this piece. I don't know what Jimmy and them said about this piece. Give me 2 seconds. Let me stop sharing. You guys gonna talk about something else real quick?
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, San Diego. I mean, there was a lot of different companies, a lot of people. The companies that did.
They had a special there for some of their figures. They were selling.
Yeah. So they had some good stuff. But this one I asked Mark was a show really surprised me. I was like, with this IP, I'm not. It's like with Star Wars with me. I'm not like super like big fan. I love it. I love the movies and stuff like that. But when this group announced this and there was a video on it, I was like, Jesus Christ! I think that would be a piece I'd pick up just as a one-off. Anytime Marcos could show it. I don't want to say anything yet. We'll just
it's coming. God damn! Don't hate Facebook.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if you were talking about this Weta piece with the
yeah. This is the one.
I
man.
was about to ask if was this Lord of the Rings the Weta piece.
Yeah, I actually dig this piece a lot. I like how it's more vertical than horizontal in terms of size. I mean, because you can see it with the people around them, so you kind of gauge how big it actually is. I think that's probably like an 18-inch diameter. That turntable looks like mine, like a 24-inch. So it really. And what's the height on it? I think the height was what, less than 40 inches?
I think 45.
Was it 45? I might be able to put it in here.
Like 45, 48, I think, in that range.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not like the hugest IP. I don't know every character's name and all that stuff, but I do love the
rings.
I do love the. I only know Frodo. I do love the story behind. Oh, again, no, but but I love the story behind, like just the story behind it and the art behind it, and you can really see what's going on with this piece.
Let me just say this though. Yeah. So I've talked to a lot of Lord of the Rings collectors. They said they do not like this piece, mainly because first off, Weta, I get why they do it, but their portraits are always like 10% off because of the licensing issues.
Right.
This is not based off any like real scene in the movies. It's more like an artist's interpretation of the Mines of Moria. Like Jimmy said, I remember when it got pulled up. Like, look at that portrait, dude. Like, that's not. It's like, it's Ian McKellen, but it's not. I don't know. I think this is more of a piece that's quantity over quality. I think the quality is very lacking, but the quantity, like you said, well, if you do want a piece that just has one a centerpiece and one like a Lord of the Rings piece, having it on a pedestal, everybody can people will look at this piece in your collection, 100%. Sure. And I heard the price tag is going to be close to $10K on this piece.
Yeah, no.
So.
Yeah, I don't like it that much anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, 10K, 8 to 10K, I heard, is the price tag. The rumor. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the rumor. And
it's not true.
It's not true. Okay, I don't know if it's not, but 5K. The portraits are just very lacking on this piece. I think Sam is decent.
It's gonna be like $3,500, I think.
35. Okay. My God, the Pippin. Rest in peace.
Damn, that's hideous.
Gimli actually looks really good, though. That's a great portrait. Gandalf, like I said, Frodo. I guess that looks like a Mexican flea market version of Frodo. Dude, this Smeagol.
It's not Mexican flea market price. I'll tell you that right now.
Smeagol is horrifically ugly. They made him uglier in this fucking piece right here. Like, that dude looks like fucking. I don't know, man. But I think, like I said, I think that the ambition of this piece and the concept is actually really good. I think the execution is very lacking. I think it's quantity over quality in this piece. And Weta Workshop has a lot of quality pieces. So, but I'll say this though, a lot of people did take pictures and stopped and saw this piece. So it obviously had a reaction. So that's good.
I mean, I would be surprised if this thing was like you. I know Jimmy said it's not, but if it was $8 to $10,000, I'd rather just get that. And I'm not even a fan of that 12K one piece Dio that's the size of a kitchen table.
Whoa! No,
I would go that route before I go this route for that price tag, and I don't even like one piece that much. So
that piece is a legit living room, though. At least you could say
it is. It is a legit living room. That's
legit living room.
Yeah, you'd have to have an interest in your house with just a blank wall where you can put it and then just walk around it.
And that piece, the same issues I have with that piece, it's not based on a real scene. It's a kind of like an artist interpretation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So same thing with this, same thing. But I think the concept is really cool though. But I wish it actually got Mines of Moria, running away from the Balrog scene. That would have been awesome.
Sure. Yeah. But I mean, just for any, like I said, I'm not Lord of the Rings IP nerd like most of the people. If you're an IP nerd for Lord of the Rings, you're going to be very specific with a piece, and I understand that. Same thing with Star Wars. I understand it. You're going to be very, very specific with it. For me, I like it. I love the movies, but this is just that version of where I could have everything and have it as a one-off. And I feel the same way with Berserk. I love Berserk. Watch the anime. Can't wait for them to continue it. But that Berserk bus with most of everybody in there, that would be just my only Berserk. If I were to order it, that would be my one-off with Berserk. So that's kind of how I feel.
I was with you right there too, Will. Until Sume said they're teasing a Berserk 1-on-1 bus.
Sure. Yeah.
God damn it, dude! Like now I gotta wait now. God damn it! So now I gotta wait this with Sume.
Well, but I'm doing the same thing, right? I'm waiting to see Sume because Sume is to my opinion, top of anime. Ain't nobody gonna do better than Sume. And Prime One's getting there, but Sume's still, they're just top tier with that. Same thing with
every piece.
What's that?
Sume, for their bigger pieces, they almost sell at every piece, 100%.
Oh yeah, all their busts, they all sell out. They all sell out their busts. And now they're doing things a little bit quicker, so it's nicer to collect.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Michelle Pfeiffer bust. I'm waiting to see something because Darkseid has QC issues. So I don't want to PO her and she not look like the way I want her to look, like Jazz Inc.'s 1/6 scale version. So but I wanted to share and talk about this piece for those that do love Lord of the Rings. And I get your point, Marcos. I mean, I didn't zoom in. I just saw a little video. Someone came in, did a quick video. I'm like, that's pretty dope. I didn't do any close-ups, but
Jimmy, Lane, Aiden, what do you guys think about this piece? I don't know how big of Lord of the Rings. I know Jimmy, you're a pretty big Lord of the Rings fan, but
yeah, I really like it. I wish I had a spot for it because if I did, I would buy it. I know that the portraits aren't nearly what like Infinity or like Prime One, but I think there's a reason for that. And if you look at all the Weta pieces, the portraits don't really stand out to where like realism. It's more of like who it is, but right. I don't think that's what they're really. I mean, I think they use that for licensing purposes, but also when you look at this piece, I guarantee you're going to be blown away. Like in person, it looks incredible.
Sure.
I wish I had room for it. I even thought about putting it right over here. I wouldn't have a closet anymore if I did. But I really love it. I think it's great.
So let me just say one thing real quick. So my Deadpool, my throne piece, custom piece, like it's Deadpool versus XM, the Marvel Universe. It's the least detailed piece I have, paint job wise, detail wise. But everybody, when they see my collection, they always say that's the best piece I have, just because it's a very good concept. It has a lot of pieces, this and that. So to the non-collector's eye, like this piece would definitely be a huge. Like you can tell, like look how many people are like watching like, this piece. Like look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like so, people love this piece that aren't maybe collectors like we are. We are definitely way more nitpicky than other people. So.
Yeah, especially Aiden.
Yeah, especially because it's a but, and then 3 hours later, okay, that's what I think. I'm like, thank you, Aiden.
Lane, you want to say something?
Well, I was going to say, overall, I think the piece is pretty cool. It's not something I would get. I would be more in like, I've been going back and forth, getting like that Sauron or something like that. Because I prefer most of the bad guys. Him and the Witch King or something like that if I was going to buy just a piece because they can stand alone for the most part and I just think they're cooler looking. But I like this because this is one of the few times where you can get a piece where you can see all the fellowship together.
Right.
Because you don't really get that except like when they're meeting up at different points in the story or something. I don't like Gollum. He reminds me of the Gollum from the Gollum video game that was awful.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah, that looks like Rankin Bass version of Gollum, but it's smashed with the ugly stick.
That's a Zack Snyder.
You had to bring up Zack Snyder today. You had to bring him up.
I had to do it, man. I had to do it.
Yeah, but I think like with Weta, I think Weta is always about the concept and the entire picture, because they do something like we've had a lot of people, Jimmy, when we responded to that cave troll and we're like, trying to get Alan to buy a couple of them.
Yeah.
When they come out. But like how that one has like a kind of big action with multiple things happening at the same time in it. It's like, well, what has been doing stuff, maybe not quite as big or detailed as that, but the same type of concept for multiple things and multiple characters having an action scene or whatever for years. Like that, like the Eagles, that monstrous one, that the Eagles arriving to try and rescue Sam and Frodo from the end of the movie. Like they did that thing was like 40 inches tall or something with the Eagles wingspans. They're more about the entire package, not necessarily individual, looks or something like that to the character. But like you said, this is 45 inches tall. If I'm going to get a massive piece and I only have one or two spots where I could stick it, I'm going to look probably for maybe, either a more like one of the bad guys I would want to get, and maybe a little bit more screen, especially if you're a movie person, not as much the books. Like I'm more about the movies than the books, even though I've read Lord of the Rings. So I just think, that is one thing when you look at this piece you do have to consider. It kind of depends what type of collector you are, too. Do you prefer it to be like, do you want a big story told in your piece, or do you want something like Marcos was talking about with like more G&D, where it's like hyper real focused on one character, or if there's an actor like you like or who played the character or whatever with that, like, do you want it to be more detailed and seem like the individual?
I think if you're not a super fan IP and you want a one-off, then this would kind of be it. You know what I mean? I think
you get all the characters.
Yeah, you just get all the characters, and you're okay not collecting anything else. And I feel that's for collectors that like it but aren't like fanatics about particular pieces.
Like that X Superman they were showing with that 6-scale one. They're trying to get the last ones pre-ordered, I guess.
Right, from XM. Yeah.
All his villains. That is, if you want a single Superman piece where you can kind of not have to worry, even because like what we were talking about earlier with characters, you don't see like Livewire or something like that.
Right.
Oh, we haven't seen in a statue yet. That's a way you kind of can get it. That can be your one Superman and done. Even though you might prefer something like, a 3rd scale statue of him, like, Hush Superman or something. At least that one allows you to have all the villains, including villains you would normally get, all in one piece.
Correct.
And that looks like Mary after he had too much of that.
Mary, that's fucking Pippin, dude.
Sorry.
That's Pippin.
After they've had too much, like this was after they were rescued at Isengard and had spoke too much with the leaf. Like that, they went on a bender after having to hang out with the talking tree.
So Aiden, what do you think about this particular piece and your opinions on collecting something like this as a one-off?
Well, first of all, I agree with.
It's like Susan Boyle.
that is Pippin. That was pretty much Michael's sidekick right there. So
Taylor said it was Susan Boyle. That's Susan Boyle, not Pippin.
It's all right. I think it's isn't Greta the one that they said that they use like the likeness of the character or something like that? Don't they have something where they use like something from the character's likeness and they implement that in their statues? I don't know if you guys knew about that or heard about that.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Well, hold on your thoughts there real quick, Jimmy. I know you gotta bounce. I just wanted to ask one quick question before you leave. And for everybody that hasn't watched, need to watch. Jimmy had Sideshow on the stream earlier today. Just your question, how did that go? Is there anything you want to talk about? Just a synopsis real quick. I want people to go actually watch it, so you don't have to tell us too much about it.
Yeah, George from Sideshow was on. He's the interview was amazing. He's such a kind soul, man. He talked about some of the sculpts he's done with Daniel Bell and the hand he laid in on Weapon X and the Yoda statue he did, the Constantine, the Ghost Rider from Sideshow. He talked a lot about that and some of his background and what he's doing now with Sideshow. Now he did hint that he was going to be working on some Marvel and Star Wars pieces coming up, and he's got projects of his own that they're basically designated to him. So he's pretty excited about that.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, he'll be coming back also with us again in the future. He really enjoyed the time with us, and he'll be back with us again.
Awesome.
Look forward to having him on again and
Sure.
talking. But make sure you watch it on Godlike. It's already posted, so it's ready to go.
Yeah, check it out. If you haven't subscribed to Godlike, please do. Go over there. Doing a lot of good things, a lot of beautiful work out there, and really networking out to those licensed company. Jimmy's working his ass off. So, Jimmy, I appreciate you coming on the show, hanging out with us a little bit, man. We'll catch you next time, brother.
Okay, take care, guys.
Peace.
All right, thanks. Sorry about that, Aiden. Go ahead and give your 2 cents on that Susan Boyle piece.
Oh yeah, you're good. But I do have to hop off to you after this because she's sleeping.
Yeah, I'm
Sure. I mean, honestly, we can end it now. If you don't want to give your opinion off that piece, that's okay too. Because
we can't.
Okay, go for it.
I think again, it's I think Weta was the one that they had said that they have like likeness or something. Like basically, they have the scan of their face and they implement that in the statue. So I don't know. But I do. The one thing that I think about Weta is, like you said, they're more just for. It's not for hyper realistic type stuff. It's more just to enjoy the piece as a whole. But the one Weta piece that I like is that Laura Croft. That's the one that caught my attention. That's the one I want to see what the production looks like.
All right. Well, it sounds good. Thank you for that, Aiden. I really appreciate it. I want to thank everybody that joined us stream tonight. Taylor, Stanley. I know Battlecat was in the house. Michael Reyes, Jimmy was on with us as well. Let me scroll through here.
Marcos, all
right. Marcos, Benjamin Perez, Random Korean was in the house. He-Man, Mr. Popo, Michael Reyes, Juan Ortega, VHN. He joined us earlier, but he was also in the chat.
Let me just say this, Aiden. There's no way you can say Christopher Reeves is better than the new Superman. 100%. Like, stop.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, he's right.
Argue with me. Don't.
We got Jonathan from the Everyday Collector was here. Kal 13 joined us. April, thanks for supporting. Let's keep going. I did say Michael Reyes and Battlecat. So thank you, everybody that joined the chat. I want to thank the panel, Marcos. Thank you very much for jumping on with us. Mr. Legend Lane, really appreciate the love. And Aiden from A+ Collectible. Hopefully we can have him join the stream more often than not. I know he's a busy man. Everybody's super busy. And for those that are watching, thank you again, or those that will watch, thank you again for tuning into ASV Collectibles. Next week, we'll have another live unboxing. I got a fan art bishop in the house. Hopefully, I got some new renders and some new teasers for you guys from the custom community. And again, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace.